We're back, welcoming Phoenix, our newest market. You know anyone in Phoenix? I don't.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, we know Charles.
He's supposed to call maybe today.
Oh, is that right?
That's what they said, but I don't know if they ever got a hold of him.
Is he still with that white woman?
I don't think he's with any woman.
Is that right?
I think he's single. Because remember, it was rumored for a while that he was dating Madonna. I think he's single again.
Is that right?
Charles Barkley, he's single, right?
Now
he dumped that white woman?
Well, yeah, I don't know that they've actually gone and gotten a divorce, but they're separated.
Good for him. Plenty of white fish out in that sea.
On to the next.
You're not kidding, though. That guy knows how to handle himself. Who's on the phone?
Dominic Barbara's limo driver, Tom, is on the phone.
Yeah, so anyway, this is getting kind of weird anyway. I'm probably going to start yelling in a minute, but Gary, Jackie, and Stuttering John were in Atlantic City this weekend.
Yes.
Flunky.
They were at the Taj Mahal?
Yeah. I don't know where they were. They were doing some traveling show. This is what's going to happen in November, I've decided. Me and you are going to do the radio show. Mm-hmm. If I go back into radio. I'm going to get rid of everyone else.
We're going to
Except for Fred. I got to keep Fred because I promised him.
You don't even have to say that. Fred's not going to leave.
Yeah, Fred wouldn't go anywhere. I'm getting rid of Jackie. I'm getting rid of Stuttering John. I'm getting rid of Gary. I'm getting rid of everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just going to clean out the whole place.
Too?
Everyone. I'm just going to get rid of everyone. I want to have a simple life again. I just want to go on the air and talk. I turn on my TV and let me see. Who was on the phone?
The limo driver for Dominic Barbara.
Tom? Is this Tom?
Yes, it is, Howard.
Oh, hey, Tom. How you doing? Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm just rapping. Let me rap.
All right, go ahead.
No, because I was thinking about it. Like, I turn on the TV the other day, and I see Stuttering John on Ricky Lake, because Ganji comes running in and goes, Stuttering John's on Ricky Lake. And I tune in, and they're using John in this weird way. It's sort of like when Letterman used to have Larry Bud Melman on, and it was funny?
Yeah.
And now he's on everything, and it's not funny. And
I don't even want to see him.
And those TV commercials they put him in are not funny. And what happens
Letterman won't use him anymore.
Yeah, you don't see him on Letterman. And now I know why. I mean, because, quite frankly, it's not funny. It's not exclusive to his show.
Right.
And I love Stuttering John. I love to see him do well and everything, but Ricky Lake isn't really paying him, and he's not out promoting anything, and he doesn't seem to care what people do to him or what they put him in. He doesn't care. He has no pride whatsoever. He'll do anything. So they put him in a judge's robe, and I guess he's sort of like, I don't think Stuttering John's actually worked out a persona on TV, so he kind of like acts like me. Like he does a lot of what I do. But it's not funny. They use Stuttering John in an unfunny way. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I go, ugh, I hate this guy. Why? I don't want him on my show.
Well, he told me, I'm going to be on Ricky Lake, and I said, I already know what you're doing.
Yeah,
they do that with everybody. They turn him into bozo.
Yeah, you're going to make a fool out of yourself. And then for a while, Stuttering John did this show, Last Call. It was a Brandon Tartikoff production. Brandon Tartikoff is such a loser that he didn't know what to do with it. Brandon Tartikoff used to be this guy who ran NBC. And when he ran NBC, everyone thought he was a genius. But all he used to do was buy shows from people who know how to create shows.
But he could look at 10 billion shows.
Right, and pick them out.
Good one.
And even with that, he'd screw up sometimes. It wasn't that brilliant. So then he decided, hey, I'm so good at picking shows, I'm going to go out and make the shows. Why don't I make a whole bunch of money? He started getting jealous of all the people who make all the money off of these shows. So he's going to go out and create shows. And so he went out and formed a production company, and all of his shows are bombing, and the only thing he gets now in a last-ditch effort, he takes all of my people and puts them on these shows. Which I don't mind if they were on a funny show. But Stuttering John went on this Last Call, and I refuse to talk about it on the air, because quite frankly, what they're doing is, since I won't be on Last Call, they'll take one of my people and hope that I'll talk about it ad nauseum and propel it to a #1 slot.
Right.
And I don't want to get sucked into that. I mean, can you blame me? First of all, I'm embarrassed by what John's doing. And John's on the air pretending to be Howard. And he's making a fool out of himself, and he looks stupid. And I don't want to certainly promote it. So now John's off the show, and the show looks like it's going to be canceled. But it was
he got thrown off?
Yeah, he got thrown off because he sucked.
That's pretty pitiful.
But it wasn't even that he sucked. They don't know how to use John.
I was going to say, it's just a bad show.
John has no noticeable talent. I mean, John is not talented. I hate to break it to him. He's not talented. He's a robot. Jackie and Fred and me write him questions. Jackie sits back there with Fred.
He needs to be programmed.
Yeah. John's funny if Jackie writes something for him or Fred writes something for him.
John is like an actor.
Right.
If he doesn't have anything written for him, he has nothing to say.
Yeah. And unlike an actor who actually has an ability to portray a character, John
can only do John.
Yeah. So that's the assessment of John's talents.
Oh boy.
So, quite frankly, what's happening now in my career is because I don't go out and do a lot of dumb stuff. Like I won't go out and do supermarket promotions, and I won't go out and act in bad TV shows and stuff like that because I have some pride. What's happened is they figured out that if they, like Playboy just hired Amy and Tempest to be naked in the magazine.
Right.
And I'm sure everyone expects them to come in here and promote the thing ad nauseum, but these are people that I created. And once I create them, it turns into my worst nightmare because people take them and use them in unfunny ways.
Well, it's interesting because that's supposed to be the women of radio.
Yeah, yeah. So, in other words,
Amy and Tempest.
Let's not pay Howard. Let's take elements of his show, make them unfunny, rip it off, and make it bad.
But we can use Howard to promote it.
Yeah. Just use Howard. Let's use Howard. So, it's real weird, and I hate talking to the guys about it because they think I'm trying to keep money out of their lives or something, and I'm not. I don't care. I mean, you do what you want, but in the case of the Ricky Lake show, for God's sake.
That wasn't even money.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why are you acting like a jackass? I mean, not even a funny jackass. So anyway, the latest gimmick on how to take advantage of Howard was, I guess Jackie got booked into Atlantic City. Somebody there must have gotten nervous, and they booked...
Caesars.
Oh, was it Caesars?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Caesars?
Right.
Oh.
Was it Caesars?
Taj Mahal, I should say.
Oh, Taj Mahal. Oh, the Taj Mahal.
Right.
Tom, you all right, man?
I'm fine.
You sure you saw the right show?
I saw the show, Robin. I saw it.
It sobered you up, okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, anyway, so they figured out that, like, hello, Tom?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So since they, I don't know what's going on. I don't really pay much attention, but the latest thing was, hey, so Jackie was going to do a show. I guess somebody there must have gotten nervous. Is this pretty much the way it happened, Jackie?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Well, I guess somebody got nervous that maybe Jackie couldn't sell out the place or something.
No,
and then,
you got it backwards.
Oh, I do?
Well, what happened was this guy was trying to put together this tour of...
Yeah, I knew that this was what this was.
And I stayed away from it.
Right.
But the one I agreed to do was Atlantic City because I wanted to work in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
But it was all done at once, to the best of my knowledge.
Some guy had figured out, hey, I'll just book everyone from the Howard Stern show. We'll get Elephant Boy, we'll get Jackie, we'll get Gary, we'll get Stuttering John, and we'll make it like the traveling
I basically told him I didn't care what happened as long as I got the money that I normally get for doing a show. I didn't care what went on around me because I wanted to work in Atlantic City.
That's my problem. I care what goes on around me, and I care how this show is presented. See, that's my problem. I care about the show. Some guy had this brainy idea that he was going to do Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. So, in other words, they were going to use my name, get everyone that I've developed. Even Gary. The reason Gary people want to see him is because of what I do with him. Mm-hmm. They're going to get all these people together, put no thought into what was going to go. It was going to be a bad show. They're going to rip people off.
And they're going to blame you.
And they're going to blame me.
And if you ever should want to do a show... That'll already be stuck in some people's minds that the last time they went to the Howard Stern show, it was a ripoff.
Right. And apparently what happens is Gary goes out there first. This show in Atlantic City, Gary goes out there first.
Right, his mom comes out first.
Yeah, his mom. Okay? Now, Gary is a guy that basically has nothing to do. He has nothing to do. And Gary's going to come out first, make a total jackass out of himself, and people are going to be sitting there. He doesn't put any thought into what he's going to say. He doesn't put any thought into what the production's going to be. Nobody has an overall concept for this.
They introduced Gorilla and showed his head.
Yeah. I mean, what is that? So, whenever I did a tape or I used Gary, I try to put him in an interest. I try to show him in an interesting light. I put some thought into it. Otherwise, I want to bring Gary out. But there's no thought put into Gary. He just goes out there, and people get ripped off. What'd they charge, $28.50?
$28.50. He yelled at the audience a little bit. Came out, a quick few yells because everybody was yelling Baba Booey at him.
Well, Dominic told me he went, and he said he walked out. Gary walks out. First of all, Gary's backstage. He's, like, hyperventilating, and he's like, okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Meanwhile, he's ready for what? He's not going to do anything. All he's doing
I would be nervous, too, if I had nothing to do on stage.
Yeah, evidently, yeah, right. He's like, okay. And his mother's following around, and he goes to his mother, okay, I'm ready. And evidently the person in charge is Gary. He seems to be the one in charge of this.
Oh, no.
And he's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to perform. And I told Gary I don't want him a part of any of this crap. If Gary wants to go appear somewhere by himself and go down and do an appearance, fine.
Sign some autographs and just be there where there's an opening or something.
And by the way, Gary just went ahead and did this without my permission.
He never talked to you about the whole
he
tour
did.
thing.
He talked to me about the tour thing. I told him not to do it, and he just went out and did it anyway.
You're kidding.
No. Went out and did it.
I had no idea you
went out and did it. What did I tell you about Friends of the Howard Stern Show?
Not entirely
What did I tell you about?
Well, Howard, it's not entirely true.
I know, I'm crazy.
No, I'm not telling you you're crazy. We spoke about this. We had already signed to do this. This is the last one, and this was the one we were signed to do from, like, almost Christmas time, and this was the end of it. First of all, Dominic, let me tell you something. Dominic saw me in total, no joking around, 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
Dominic just said he went backstage.
No,
Gary was like this.
Dominic's a guy who is dying to get on the air.
I don't know. He told me, Gary sat back there and he goes, okay.
But just nothing like that happened.
Okay, I'm ready.
I never said that.
I don't know. Jackie's laughing. I got a feeling it happened.
No, I'm laughing at the whole situation because I know that nothing true is going to come over the air, but the whole thing.
Oh, no, everything's true. Believe me. Let me tell you.
Dominic was not near the stage.
No, here's the truth. I'll give you the truth.
Well, what happened?
Dominic was near the stage.
Yeah, Dominic sat there. Dominic was
Dominic was 2 tables to the left.
I thought you said Dominic saw Gary backstage.
Well, yeah, he saw him backstage before the show.
He was there for maybe 20 seconds.
He said he saw enough. He said he was backstage and he saw Gary like hyperventilating and going, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. So when he goes out, he starts yelling into the microphone, Gary.
Oh.
He has nothing to say. He told a joke, evidently, and screamed into the microphone. That's why he never has a voice when he turns.
That was a bad joke.
And so give me a review of the show. What did you see? You're a member of the audience who paid $28.50.
Well, this is how it started. Like I said, Gary comes out and starts with his joke, which was terrible. He told a joke. It was horrible.
Friends of the Howard Stern Show.
Then he introduces Gorilla to show off his head.
Yeah, but, and of course he has nothing to say to him, right?
Of course not. Oh, look what he got for $4 grand. They take off his do-rag to show his head. That was it. Then they sent Gorilla off. And now who comes on next? John.
Now, I understand there was like a big fight backstage. Jackie was insisting that John go on first. There was a whole big fight. That was like a big, huge fight going on backstage.
Who goes first?
Yeah, this is how much thought was put into it.
I don't think he wanted John going first.
Well, go ahead. Let me hear what happened next.
Well, all right, so Gary introduces John. John comes out to do what you think is maybe 2 or 3 songs. He comes out doing about 10, the volume that Leslie West has.
Right.
You cannot even, your ears are throbbing. We're in the second row. We could not take the sound anymore. And he's halfway through his hit song. He's up to the lawn part, and we're ready to go.
He's chasing off the audience.
Before he was getting off his lawn, everyone was getting off their chair.
Getting out of the room.
And it was so loud, your ears were throbbing. And we were in the second row. We were right in front of him. We couldn't have been any closer. It was just unbelievable. It was you could not hear one word John said.
And meanwhile, people have paid, there's 3,000 people or something who have paid $28.50.
And they were all chanting, so he goes through the first 2 songs.
And people are what, booing?
People are booing, yelling, Jackie, we want Jackie. And but he answered that very nicely. Every time someone would yell, he'd go, I got to do more songs, man, and then he'll be right on, don't worry. He had to do that twice to calm the crowd down.
Now, would you keep playing if people were thinking?
No, I would say, maybe it's time to leave.
Yeah, I'll take that as a cue to wrap.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 people who were left in the audience screaming.
And then he did 4 more after that, with people still yelling.
Right.
So,
and what is Gary's mother comes out and introduces?
That was just a quick 2-second thing. She walks out on the stage and just says, I want to introduce my son, Baba Booey.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. What is that all about?
Well, he's got more of an act than Gary.
I was on the side of the stage. Still, the promoter was nowhere in sight. We're trying to figure out. I thought I should have gone on first because the music was going to be very loud.
Right.
So it made much more sense to me for the comedian to be on and then the loud music.
Right.
But John was nervous, and so I wound up saying just go ahead.
Dominic told me that half the audience must have split during John's stuff. Because Dominic told me he had to leave, and then he came back.
A lot of people got up, Howard. Anybody close that wasn't really right, you had to get up because It was vibrating off your head.
You know what it is? It's a high school talent night.
Yeah.
And this is 2850. No, come on. It's a high school talent night, and it's 20. Jerry goes out there, doesn't put an ounce of thought into it. If I was going to produce the show, I'd have Gary do something. I'd have him do something. I don't know what it is, but I'd have him do something. I'd have him come out. I'd let him do the Dick Shawn routine, come out and vomit on the stage. I don't care what it is, but at least do something.
Well, it seemed like they just brought Gary out just to introduce him, but you know what even stranger is? When you come in, before you get into the club, they're not selling Jackie stuff, they're selling Baba Booey stuff. You can't buy a Jackie thing, and he's the act. They're selling Baba Booey T-shirts. It made absolutely no sense. Who's going to buy a Baba Booey T-shirt when you're there to see Jackie?
I don't know, but all I know is I told Gary I didn't want them doing any of this crap. I don't want any of this.
I don't understand. Gary says
I created a monster.
Booked before you said no. I
don't care what it is. Tell the guy you're sick. Tell him you can't do it. Tell him your boss said no.
But it sounds like you never heard about it before they started booking things.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. They were going to do a 6-city tour or something, and I just said no dice.
No. What I'm saying is nobody came to you and said, "What do you think of us doing a tour?"
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I found out about it. That's exactly how everything's done behind my back. Right. As if I don't put any thought into this show. But I'll tell you something, Gary. Here, mark my words, come November, I'm going back to my simple radio career. I'm downsizing. I'm getting rid of everybody. Tired of leeches.
Well, give me the rest of the review. They didn't use you on the stage.
Give me the rest of the review.
Can I just say one thing, Howard?
Yeah.
Isn't an MC supposed to introduce the people?
I don't know, man, but all I know is to have friends of the Howard Stern Show go to Atlantic City, charge my audience $28.50, and you put zero thought into it.
It wasn't advertised.
And John's up there for 45 minutes blowing people's brains out.
45 minutes.
Let me answer me. If John is an interesting element of my show because I've made him interesting, John is a nobody. Let me take it back. Let me take it back 100 steps. John is a nobody. He's nobody. He's absolutely nobody. He has no talent. He has nothing. We take him and we make him interesting and funny. You are even more of a nobody. You're no one.
True.
You're a guy who helps me out in the office. I put you on the air and I created something with you. If I do that, and then you have a little nice side business. You go out, you make appearances, you sign things, you have a T-shirt, whatever. You do that. That's a fun thing to do and make additional income. But you're nobody. You're off the show. You're no one again.
True.
There's no T-shirt. There's no autograph. There's nothing.
One T-shirt was bought that I saw.
All right, so...
Oh, well, so then you know the whole tally for the night, then.
That was the tally?
Yeah, that was the tally. Now go back behind your wheel.
What's wrong with what Tom's saying? He was sitting in the audience.
He doesn't know.
He's letting you know.
I was standing right there.
He's just giving you a review of the show.
I can tell you how many were sold, but Tom doesn't know, so it would be wrong of Tom to say...
So understand my point about this show, which you don't understand. No, you don't understand my point about this show. Everything I've worked for on this show is to present to the audience an interesting characterization of all you guys. Of everyone. Every one of you. And in one night, you go out for $28.50, and suddenly now it's the Friends of the Howard Stern Show because some jackass wants to make money off of my name. Some guy I don't even know, some promoter, who decides, hey, I got an idea. Who needs Howard?
I'll take it. The room only held 3,000.
Yeah, I'll take every element of Howard's show, put it onto a show, and we'll call it Friends of the Howard Stern Show, and who cares if people feel ripped off?
Robert, it wasn't 3,000, but far be it for me to...
Whatever. I don't know how many people were there.
Whatever.
Whether there were 12 people or 3 million people.
It was 90. It was at least 90% full. Almost every seat was taken, except for way in the back.
And no production values. The show isn't produced. There's no thought to it. Jackie's screaming 10 minutes before the show he should be out first. John's screaming at Jackie that he should be out first.
Yes.
Jackie should go do his show. You should do your show, and John should do his show. And quite frankly, I'm not reading any more plugs. Jackie's I read because it's part of the way he gets paid. I'm done with all the plugs.
Then the bikini contest was after that.
Oh, the bikini contest. It sounds like a madhouse. It sounds like a madhouse in my name.
And then John came back again.
Oh, John came back after Jackie.
I wasn't around for that, but I heard he came back.
How long a show was this? 12 hours?
Well, Jackie was still on doing Stump the Joke Man. That started at 10 o'clock. So that was after an hour. We were still just at Stump the Joke Man. And
I heard at some point Jackie started yelling at the audience was so out of control that Jackie was yelling at the audience, telling them, "Hey, you're the suckers, not me. F you."
Yeah, he was the angry comedian after about halfway through.
Did the exact same act I do everywhere I've ever done in my life.
Evidently, he was yelling at the audience, "F you, I got your money, you're the suckers."
That was pretty good, though.
The angry comic.
Say that every night.
F you!
Stump the audience.
Stump the audience.
I got you dough.
Yeah, not one person had a good joke. But the hecklers, Jackie screams at these hecklers instead of just not even saying anything.
Evidently, Jackie got into an argument with one of the audience, and it got down to like, F you! Eat me! It was like, evidently, it was like,
you want to
steal your sister?
Evidently, he started yelling at some bald guy in the front row, and the guy evidently was all shook up because Jackie started like, F you! It was real anger.
He was berating him.
I said something to the bald guy in the front. He looked up and he said, I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm deaf from John's crap.
Yes.
Sort of got.
Well, why don't you care how you're presented? I don't understand you. What is your story?
See, it's a no-win situation for me.
It's a no-win situation for me, Jake.
Okay. I told John it makes no sense for the comedy and whatever else follows to follow the loud rock and roll. And he didn't want to listen, and he pouted, and I just gave in because I figured...
What do I need this for?
I was going to hear about it either way. And the way it was just presented now was that I screamed that I wanted to go on last. I didn't want to go on last. I wanted to go on first because it's one guy talking as opposed to a whole monstrous thing.
I don't know, but evidently... I don't know. Jackie went out there. He was yelling at the crowd.
I did exactly the show that I always do.
Good luck.
No, he attacked some poor old man, and besides the bald guy, there was this great
Tom,
why can't he give a review?
How come you're doing a review instead of Dominic? Is he working your head?
Dominic's afraid to.
No,
Dominic called me.
Because Dominic couldn't get on and lie.
No, here's what happened.
There's nothing to lie.
Dominic called me up and was almost in tears laughing. He said he left. He said he left at some point. I don't know. He got up and left. He said it was unbelievable. He said it was amateur hour.
He left about 5 minutes before Jackie did the Dominic joke, which nobody knew what he was talking about. We still didn't know.
I don't know what was going on in Atlantic City, but it was
why don't you say that
the
joke?
Howard Stern show.
Wait, Howard, let's go back.
Joke, Tom.
Jackie was actually good, Howard.
Yeah.
The beginning of the show, I thought the first half of the show, he was very funny. But how many rear-end jokes can you hear?
How many what?
Rear end jokes?
Yeah, how many ass jokes can you hear? How many clocks? I mean, how many of the same thing can you hear?
Tom, you should have been in the show.
Well, especially after you've been, blasted by Stuttering John for 2 hours.
Oh, forget it.
I don't know what's going on out there.
All you wanted to hear was a low voice.
Yeah, just somebody, you go play craps.
And then about halfway through the show, Jackie has to flip his tape. So it's the funniest thing, like he stops the show and goes over and flips his tape.
Are you kidding?
It's hysterical.
I'll be right with you.
Is anybody watching the tape? Is it time to flip it?
What, does he have a little cassette recorder on stage?
Yeah, right where the drums would be. He keeps his water and his little tape recorder, and then he flips the tape over.
Hey, you know what? Stay home.
What do you mean?
There he goes.
But he went to see the Friends of the Howard Stern show.
I don't even know where you got that name.
Oh, ask Gary all about it. I know all about it.
No,
I know about it.
It wasn't even billed to that. I think it was billed just Jackie from the Howard Stern show. But in very small letters on the marquee, it said from the Howard Stern show. But everything else was Jackie's name.
Well, no. After I flipped my lid, that's what happened.
Yeah, you're getting it backwards, Tom. Stay with the program.
No. He's not getting anything backwards. The reason it wasn't called Friends of the Howard Stern show is I flipped my lid about a month and a half ago. I just freaked. I freaked out on Baba Fooey, and Baba Fooey found a manager who's now sitting and dreaming up ways to rip my name off.
Trying to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah. Friends of the Howard Stern show. Gavons.
Jackie was funny, though. I really...
Well, Jackie should go out and do his show and worry about how he's presented. What are you having Stuttering John blasting away for 12 hours?
That ruined the show.
What kind of comic are you?
It ruined the show because it started out when you just, get him off the stage. And people are yelling, Jackie, we want Jackie every 2 seconds.
Yeah, Jackie.
He's guzzling beers. John comes out, he tells horrible jokes and guzzles beers. That's it.
All right. Thanks for the review.
Okay.
The reason Dominic won't call in, he said he's afraid to do it.
He can't.
I wish he would call in. Dominic had me laughing. I mean, as I was crying.
So there was laughter in your tears.
Dominic said he was out of there. He couldn't even sit through it. No, couldn't take it. He said, but Gary was funny because he was like, okay, I'm ready.
He has people working on it.
Yeah, like he's pacing and like he's ready. And Dominic goes, "What are you ready for?"
Opening night jitters.
Yeah, opening night jitters. And he gets out and he like evidently yells into the microphone. I don't know, what is he goes, that's like a big embarrassment. It's a big embarrassing show. No thought put into it. $28.50.
People have to drive a few miles to get there.
And I mean, the guy who's putting this all together, and who was evidently going to put it together in 6 different states,
he doesn't
care.
Right?
Well, he doesn't care. He's going to make a quick buck.
Well, yeah,
I care. It's my name. Oh, I blew my load. You don't even know about any of this. This was going on a month and a half ago.
No. I remember when I picked up some magazine and saw Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. And I said, what is this?
And then what they do is they take a guy like Elephant Boy, again, who's another nobody.
Yeah, what does he do?
But it doesn't matter. What they were planning to do is just take anybody that I've made funny and take them around the country and make them unfunny.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to, like, be happy about it, I guess. At some point, I got to stop being such a good guy and bust some balls, you know? I just got nuts from it. Because usually I'm like kind of like, hey, I want the guys to go out and make some money. But at some point, when do I stop getting abused? I'm like the battered wife. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there taking it. I'm sitting there going, what the hell is going on? Well, you don't think I could put together a Friends of the Howard Stern tour and send these guys out? I mean... And
it would be written, and there'd be things to do, and there'd be some organization.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Fafafui going out and yelling into the microphone, and John playing for 2 hours, and Jackie somehow getting on there, and it's a 9-hour Friends of the Howard Stern, and then there's some beauty pageant in between. And John going on all these unfunny shows and just looking like a douche. Can't go. Well, Gorilla, you're the new interviewer on the show. Gorilla, you are now in charge of interviews.
How could they go out and do a pageant? It wasn't a pageant.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Jackie, what was it? What was the beauty part of the show?
It's my fault for not checking into this whole thing. I had no idea, really. I thought the whole thing was put together, and I was just going to be told when to go on. And
yeah. Do me a favor.
More disorganized than I thought. I've always just done my own show.
Yeah,
and
do your show.
My guns,
yeah.
You know.
Good man. That's it. I don't begrudge it. You know,
but I wanted to work Atlantic City. You know, I took it because I was going to be with those guys. I thought. But when
during your plug, do we have to mention John and Gary? I know there's some kind of contractual thing here between us, but you know, do we have to?
I just put them in because I figured they would have their separate.
Yeah, do me a favor. Don't do it anymore. Do me a favor. I'm more than happy to plug you. Just do your own thing. Jesus Christ! If some fiasco went on in Atlantic City, I'm sitting and listening to this, going out of my mind.
That's
$28.50. Here's some kind of crappy. I don't know. Call me up with a review of the show. Let me know what's going on. Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe these people like hearing Baba Booey yell into a microphone and John blasting away for 2 hours.
The wall of sound.
Finally, to get the comic to come on. And Jackie can't even argue with Stuttering John. He's so out of control. You think, Jackie, you would be able to just say, hey, John, you're going on last.
Step back.
You know, they say, all right, you've been in this the longest, you know, you should have your opinion. What's your opinion? I said, my opinion is the comedian goes on first and the music goes on second.
Right.
And he didn't want to hear it. So it was like,
I heard it was a big argument.
It started on Friday. Not an argument. It was just like he insisted on going on first.
Wow. I can't believe you lost that one.
Well, you know. Then we would have been in here today, and everybody would have been crying that I pulled rank or something.
Well, maybe it's time you did.
I didn't think I could win either way.
Well, you expect to go out again, don't you?
I think I will, yeah.
Well, I think I'd have pulled rank.
Yeah.
I don't care what would have taken.
Yeah, why would you want to alienate fans?
You're a professional.
Right. Sort of.
Well.
More professional than John and Gary, anyway.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dominic's on the phone.
Oh, here. But Dominic.
You had to hear what Gary just did. He threatened me on the phone.
What did he say?
Ask him.
Tell me what happened when you were backstage.
Hey, bring Gary in.
All right, Gary, come in here.
Gary's fighting mad.
Mr. Funny Bone. Come on in, funny boy.
I made a weight joke.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You're angry with me. You shouldn't be angry with me.
So what happened?
Nobody should be angry at you.
Dominic, tell me what happened in Atlantic City.
I'll tell you what I felt sorry for. You ready?
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Jackie. Because when Jackie comes out, if Jackie wanted to be funny, he could be very funny. But what he didn't realize was he goes halfway into his show, the audience is exhausted. They're exhausted from the music because the music was blasting.
Wait, hold on. Dominic.
Yeah.
I thought you left for all of John's show, so how could you be exhausted?
He came back.
Oh, I'm not talking about me. I walked right out.
So how do you know how everyone else
walked out?
Oh, please. You know what? The answer to all this is not me, because I'm obviously, you all think I'm biased, but it's Howard.
Well, we know you are.
He went to see, Gary, he went to see the show. How many reviews do you have to get before you know? Here's a guy's review. You think he's being dishonest?
No, but I think to some degree, but not.
Tell me your review of the show.
What I think you should do is get other people to call in. But here's the first problem. There was obviously no sound check before you started. So John's music was just not even, you couldn't hear it. It was blasting. So that everyone was kind of like numb. So when Jackie comes out, his first 20 minutes was very good. Everyone was getting into it. It was Jackie stuff.
Yeah.
Then the audience got tired, Jackie got angry, they got angry, and then just lost it.
And what happened? Jackie started yelling at people?
Well, yeah, because what happens is
Dominic.
Let him finish. I want to hear his review.
But that's not what happened, Dominic.
Well, he's in the audience. He's telling you what happened from his point of view, not from yours.
Yeah, because I think when Jackie starts fighting with the audience and they start fighting with him, he loses what's going on, because Jackie knows more jokes than any human being alive. He can really get you going. And I was really laughing hard in the beginning. But then it started to degenerate and get like, it was no organization. It wasn't a show. If the comedian had come on first and got everyone laughing, it could have gone, I think, in the right direction. But I have a question for the whole group. Did anyone do any sound check plans before the show started?
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yeah, and the guy, Jake Thomas, that plays piano with me, said it's so loud that it's going to blow the people out of their seats. What are you going to do? You going to go tell John not to play so loud?
Of course you do. I would.
It's not my job.
I certainly would have gone on first if I knew that information.
You're not
I was
kidding.
Jackie.
Jackie, did he really tell you it's too loud?
Jake was there for the sound check, and he said it was so loud. And I said, I've been in this a long time. You don't tell rock musicians to turn it down. They turn it up.
But this is John.
This is Stuttering John.
This is Aerosmith.
Yeah. John thinks he's Aerosmith.
You've all tried to talk to Stuttering John.
Everyone we were like numb from it. I did walk out and go shoot dice till John.
I'm putting a stop to this nonsense. I'm tired of everyone using the characters that I've developed and taking them and ruining them. I resent it. Thank you.
I don't know if Johnny Carson was...
What happened when you were backstage with Gary? Tell that.
Well, no, when I went back, everyone was pumped up. It was like...
Yeah, what was happening when Gary was like...
Well, Gary thinks that I was only there for 2 seconds, but I actually stood over on the side waiting for him to go on. He was really excited, and I think he does have a persona that could be great, but I don't think there was any plan.
Why don't you tell me what you... all right, thank you, Dominic.
He won't be
vicious yesterday on the phone and funny, and now he's a big bore.
No, I love Gary. Don't get me wrong.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Dominic, I wish I had taped Dominic's phone call yesterday. I'm sitting at home on a Sunday trying to relax. He got me so wound up. I was ready to come in here and start the show. I was out of my friggin' mind. There was some kind of fiasco down there in Atlantic City.
What did Jackie think of the whole
Jackie
thing?
is unconscious.
He never said anything to you?
He collected the money.
Never said anything.
And Gary's telling me last night on the phone, oh, it was great. We had a great time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, great time ripping off my audience.
Did Gary stay for the whole show, or did he just come out and scream at me?
He would scream in between everything.
Oh.
And I'm supposed to be happy about it. I'm a bad guy because I'm not happy about it.
This whole contest with girls or something, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. And Gary evidently yells, into the microphone. No one can hear anything. It's a fiasco. And evidently they were going to throw Elephant Boy and everyone else in there. So we'll make everyone on the show. So they'll make everyone on the show unfunny. Gorillo is my new interviewer. And Gary, I don't know what he is. Mr. Sneaky with his management team. He better fire his management team. That's what he better do before he's out of here. Then his management team will have nothing to manage. Manager. He's got a manager, Baba Booey.
So far, he's only managed to piss you off.
Yeah, and Jackie's always, hey, I don't know what's going on. I'm innocent. I don't know. I just go down there. I don't know anything about it.
I just tell ass jokes.
Yeah, I just go down there. I don't know. He never knows. I'm a hippie. I just go. Yeah, well,
I just want to play Atlantic City.
I don't know. I just smoke pot, man. Hey, I'm doing what I want to do.
I can't believe he wouldn't, if somebody came to him with a scheme like this, he wouldn't just say, look, if you want, Jack, I'd love to play Atlantic City, but I do my own thing.
No. He's sliding in there, too. Sliding into home plate. Everybody with the 2850. And what do you guys do? You have to, you just get paid your fee, right, Jackie? You don't have to sit and split the gate with those guys, do you?
I just get paid what I get paid.
Right.
Regular price.
That's the Jackie Depressed voice.
Yeah.
I just get paid what I want to pay.
My regular.
I'm very bad move. Shouldn't have done it.
Dour today.
Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares what they do with Howard's name? It's all right. It's not yours. You don't have to worry about it. Well, who cares about the show and how it's presented?
I didn't care.
I don't care either. Hey, let's just get out there and see what happens. It was like 2850. You got to care a little bit more than hey, let's just see what happens.
You suckers, I got your money.
I got you. At one point, he told some guy, "Hey, F you, I got your money. Hey, you bald bastard.
Yeah, suckers.
Ralph, you bald bastard. Hey, what is that, a tumor on your head? Hey, you want to start with me? You want to start? You people. You people.
F you.
F you.
That must be some show. F you.
F you. F you. And I don't know, there's all kind of anger going back and forth. People scream, F you.
Whatever.
Yeah, when it
Where
boils
did you
down to
learn that in comedy school? F you.
Gary evidently came out after John and said, hey, everyone, how'd you like John? And people started booing. I mean, I heard,
And Gary said to you it went fine?
Yeah. He did, everything's, well, Gary doesn't want to get me upset. I know that. Well, how clear is Gary? Gary's pacing backstage, telling his mother he's fine. I'm fine. Okay, I'm ready.
And what's his mother doing there anyway?
I don't know. And what is his mother doing on stage? What is that? What is that supposed to be?
How did she...
Was Gary become a superstar? I don't know. Now she's in on the act.
I would love to know...
I think that's an outgrowth of my mother being on the air. Now
right,
Gary's
I would
mother
love to
comes
know
out.
the planning. Because somebody did sit down and do whatever they could for this show.
Someone in the audience described it as everyone coming out and thinking they're me. And it's a nightmare. I don't care. No one cares. I got paid. F you, suckers.
You're the suckers. I got the money.
Great.
We got your money.
Another stellar evening for the Howard Stern Show. Friends of the Howard Stern Show. And Papa Fooey did this all behind my back until I found out about it. I didn't know anything about it. Papa Fooey plotting my career for me behind my back.
Funky.
He was like, hey, boss, what's the big deal? I don't see, we're just going out there and having some fun. We thought we'd all appear together and go around a 6-city tour.
So did John's manager talk to Gary's manager?
I don't know. I don't know how it was coordinated. Well, I know Jackie's manager, Nancy, his wife, and I know John. I met once some intern that became John's manager. I've never met Gary's manager. I think it's Ross or some. I don't know who it is. I don't know who his manager is. But somebody dreamed this thing up. The dream team thought this up for me. Did me a favor.
Did they approach you, Fred?
No.
So Fred's the only one who would actually come to me and say, hey, listen, something weird's going on.
They must have kept Fred out.
Yeah. They keep Fred out because Fred's not a nuisance. Hey, man, we might as well cash in. Hey.
I've been cashing in since the beginning. They just caught on.
Right.
Ow, ow.
Oh.
Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, ow.
Ow, ow. Ow, ow.
Where's Gary? Hey, Gary, what are you doing to me? Want to explain the game plan? Tell me tell me what's coming up in the future so I know.
Well, Gary has a son he now has to put through college.
Oh, I see. So he's going to make every element of the show unfunny?
It is, milk it now.
How sick am I of you?
Pretty.
Yeah, I've just about had it.
The answer is there are no other shows.
Right.
This was just supposed to be John's band opening up for Jackie with me emceeing. It wasn't supposed to, it's not a whole big thing.
Yeah, I'm going to break up the Three Stooges. How's that?
It's been broken up.
Good. I got to be the dick. You're supposed to be my producer.
But you know what, Howard, seriously.
You're supposed to be my producer.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
You don't have to be the dick because we really knew that this was really going to be it.
No, it wasn't. It was going to be a 6-city tour. I broke it up.
Right. But
but
I know. But you and I discussed it.
Yeah.
No, but you and I discussed. We sat down, and then this was.
No, this was done behind my back, and then we discussed it. And I had to break it up.
I don't know.
No. I'll tell you the course of events.
Wait, can I just?
I found out about it surreptitiously.
But nobody did anything behind your back. I genuinely didn't know that it was wrong, and once I was told it was wrong, that was it.
You've got to start thinking.
But I didn't go behind your back.
How many more elements of it? Where's Stuttering John? Where is he? Where is that?
In the office.
Yeah, where is he? Come in here, you little nitwit.
I just don't want you to feel that anybody went behind your back.
No, nobody went behind my back. I just read about it in the newspaper.
Yeah, but I plead ignorance more than being malicious.
Well, at some point you got to stop being ignorant. You're a grown man. You're the father of a child.
There's a guy on the phone who wants to give.
How much can you use me? How much? Are you done using me for the week?
I've been playing in the band for 4 years.
Yeah, I know you've been playing in the band for 4 years. Yeah, and when you see Friends of the Howard Stern Show, you just jump on too, right? Jump on the bandwagon.
I got to be honest with you.
I saw you on Ricky Lake. You're real funny. I saw you on Ricky Lake. What was that? You don't care how you're embarrassed, do you? You want to just be on fun. You think you're a funny guy, don't you? Do you think you're funny? Answer me, yes or no.
Sometimes, yes.
You think you're funny?
Sometimes.
All right. You are now fired. Go out and be funny on your own. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm tired of taking you and resurrecting you every 10 minutes.
As far as the band goes, you know I've been doing gigs for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I've been playing.
So go play gigs.
I know that's not.
Whoever stopped you.
I knew it was a bad idea.
Did I encourage you? Did I say to do it?
It was set up.
You knew it was a bad idea, so why'd you do it?
Do what? I had to at that point.
I see. You had to.
No.
Who told you to go do it?
No, I'm talking about at Atlantic City.
Okay.
I looked out at the flick. It was a comedy club.
Okay. All right. Very good. Good job. Well, I'm glad you had so much planning.
I don't want anybody to think that I'm hiding anything. So there's a guy who called through, wants to give his review.
No, I'm going to give my reviews now.
And I would never not let put him through.
Hello, you're on the air. Were you there?
Yes.
You were at the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What happened?
I got backstage with you guys for a little while. I was with my girl, Juliana, tall guy.
No. That's the phone call I want. I want to talk to this guy, if you don't mind.
How you doing?
Yes.
Who's this, Gary?
No, it's Howard.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah, you were on the show, yeah?
I was at the show.
Yeah. And what happened?
It was a good show.
You had a good time?
Jackie was funny, yeah.
Jackie was funny.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a more show than Jackie, though, wasn't there?
Excuse me?
Was there more show than Jackie?
Yeah, Stuttering John blew my ears right out the water.
See, I didn't know it was so loud either. Nobody told me. I wish they would have told me.
Nobody's allowed to tell anybody anything.
But I wish they would.
Evidently, you're too big a star.
No, I wish Jackie would have told me it was too loud.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'm here.
What happened?
All right, I saw Jackie walk up in the beginning with his bag of stuff, and he's kissing these two ladies like he owns the friggin' place. I mean, it was out of my mind. Then you have John who goes on. John was good. John was really good. He played for a while, He's working his way up. He was pretty good. You have Jackie come out there. He was ticked off at the audience. He's sitting out there yelling, screaming, heckling, and then he would give a heckler a lot of stuff. And then he would sit there and say, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry." Why is he apologizing to hecklers? I mean,
I don't know anything about it. Listen, you know what? I don't want to hear. You know what? This is a bad idea, taking the reviews. I don't want to know anything about it. I just don't want. I'm tired. I'm exhausted from the nonsense.
You should definitely check out one of these shows.
All right. No, it's okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, Howard.
And Howard,
check it out anyway.
Anything I ever do, I always check with you. I don't.
Yeah, sure you do, John.
No, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Did you check with me on Ricky Lake?
No. I mean, you gave me some guidelines that I had to follow, and I did.
Right, you're doing a good job. You're completely unfunny to me now. That's what you are. You've ruined it for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not funny anymore.
I haven't done anything.
You go on so many bad shows, and you present yourself so unfunny.
Well, what show are you talking about?
Damn it!
I mean,
you go on Ricky Lake, they make you a judge. You look like a retard.
I was there to promote the show.
You're not funny. Don't you ask them how they're going to present you?
Yeah, they said I was going to be a judge. So,
yeah. And what does that mean, be a judge? Just so Ricky Lake could ignore you and you're sitting there looking goofy?
I didn't even see it.
Go out of here. Goodbye. Well, you didn't watch what you did?
No, I didn't watch the show.
That's good.
You didn't even want to watch it.
You didn't even want to see it. It was so bad.
But anyway,
present yourself if you present yourself unfunny enough times, I don't even think you're funny.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it because I ain't doing anything.
No, it's not the point. It's not ain't doing anything. But when you do something, put some thought into it. Thank you. That's all I want to talk about. Gary, you should know to put some thought into it. You're going to go out there and yell into a microphone for 5 seconds?
I really thought all I was there to do was introduce these guys.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much all I did.
I don't know who put this together. Who put this together? Who put this thing together?
The truth?
Yeah.
Ron Delsner.
Ron Delsner. Oh, Ron Delsner. Is that the same Ron Delsner who's been trying to get me to play the Coliseum for years? So I guess he figured out, hey, I know what I'll do. I'll just take all of Howard Stern's guys. Do you think Ron Delsner cares how you guys come off? Do you think he cares?
Now we know
Does he care about your job and about how funny you are?
After the other night, we know he doesn't care.
Yeah, if you're not funny, and then there's a fiasco. My audience is charged $28.50 for some nonsense. Who the hell is Ron Delsner? He's going to tell you how to be funny? Gary, presenting you in a funny way is not the easiest job in the world, you know.
I know.
You're not a funny guy.
I know that.
And when you get out on stage with your mom, you're not funny. I don't know. What am I going to tell you? This is what goes on. It's nonsense. And nobody puts any thought into it. And the next thing I know, I got a Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour, Ron Delsner. And I didn't even know Ron Delsner was involved. Ron Delsner. Who is he? Suddenly he's in charge of my name now. The Howard Stern Show. I tell you something. I'm cursed. I'm too nice a effing guy. Let me tell you something. If there was going to be a Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour on any other radio show, you would have bet they checked in. You know Imus, what his skunky is? You think that his crew over there would put together a Friends of the Imus show without checking with him? No, because he'd fire the whole damn lot of them. You're lucky I'm such a sap. You guys are all lucky I'm a sap. I got a soft spot in my heart for retards. Ashkivoses. Goodbye. Yeah. I tell you, Friends of the Howard Show. Goodbye, guys. So long. I'll see you in November. Watch me. I'm going to go back. I'm going to be like Rush Limbaugh. I'm going to talk in my own microphone. I don't need friends. Friends of the Howard Stern Show. I'll be the only friend of the show. If they want to do if Ron Delsner wants to do a tour, Friends of the Howard Stern Show, the only friend they're going to have is me. Watch me.
Won't be able to exploit you anymore.
These guys don't think I could do a show on my own. What do you think I was doing my whole life? Picking my ass with a feather?
You do create monsters.
I create monsters. I created a monster. I got superstars that all work for me. Stuttering John, Gary Delabate.
Well, it seems that Stuttering John really thinks that he is Stuttering John.
Yeah, he's become the entity known as Stuttering John. And I don't know what he's out there doing. I just turn on the TV and see one bad appearance after another. Brandon Tartikoff takes him. He's going to make him funny. He's going to make him a superstar.
He's actually meeting with him and discussing things.
Yeah. He's trying to tell Brandon Tartikoff how the mighty have fallen. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to get to the bottom of it, though. And then my joke man is up there. 20 hours of John and then the joke man. How are you being presented? I don't know what's going on over there.
Is he run out of management, too? His management.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The only balls Jackie busts are mine.
Yeah. He can't even deal with Stuttering John. I'm shocked.
Because Jackie doesn't want to be a bad guy.
Not to them.
No.
He has to keep the group together so he can make them all upset with you.
Them 10 times I gave
Keep following Jackie. You'll do well, guys. You'll be out of here. You'll be out of here. Right, Jackie?
You're always right.
I am right. I know I'm right. All I know is Ron Delsner. I don't know. I've never heard Ron Delsner's name before. It's Ron Delsner Dream Team. Friends of the... How much did Ron... I want to know how much money Ron Delsner made ripping my audience off. Somebody give me a tally, will you? Just give me a ballpark on that. How much did Delsner get? All these guys who try to do business with me, they always find a back door into my life somehow. They always manage to do it to me with the help of Baba Booey. Baba Booey, my dream team back there. It's Baba Booey and Stuttering John. I got to take a break. Don't ever bring this up to me again. I don't want to hear about it.
I'm being quiet.
Thank you. I know there's something you want to say.
I'm being quiet.
Why don't you say it? Go ahead. Don't let these guys intimidate you.
I don't know how somebody of the caliber of a Ron Delsner calls somebody in this organization.
And puts together...
And nobody tells you.
Tell me about
Ron Delsner is calling.
Right. And did you hear Gary? Gary the Deep Throat. Well, to tell you the truth, it was Ron Delsner who put up the money. Oh, I see.
I just don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
These are people you do business with.
Gary wheels and deals off my name.
These are your people.
Yeah. Well, it's come November. I'm clearing house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stage it. It's going to go down easy, too. I'm going to be a good guy about it. Oh, I'm leaving radio. I don't know. And then I'll be off the air for like 3 weeks. And then when I come back on, it'll be a different kind of radio show. You'll see how I do it. I'll end up being the good guy.
Who does Gary think he's supposed to come to you about?
He comes to me about nothing. Now, all of a sudden, he started coming to me. Before, he was wheeling dealing on his own. There's always a scheme going on back there. How to dupe Howard. We're going to do a 6-city tour backed up by Ron Delsner, Friends of the Howard Stern Show. We're going to put no thought into it and see how much money we can get for it.
Ron's running the show.
Right.
When did Ron start writing and producing?
I don't know. I don't know. But evidently I'm tied in with Ron Delsner. Yeah. All right, I got to take a break. Sorry for the nervous breakdown on the air. We'll be back right after this. Where was I? Okay, let's see. Now, Jackie assures me he's appearing by himself at Seasons at Great Gorge in Vernon Valley, New Jersey. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. That's Saturday, March 11th. And Jackie Martlow has his CD and cassette, his Wild Comedy CD and cassette. It's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. He's funny for about the first 20 minutes.
Oh, then he gets belligerent.
Then he yells at you.
Just be prepared.
Yeah. It's the joke book.
If you sit up front, you might be the brunt of a joke.
Right. He's angry because you showed up at the show.
He's got your money, though.
Someone described him as just an angry drunk.
Is it that he starts drinking at the beginning of the show?
According to people I spoke to, he just had a few beers, but evidently he's just an angry drunk in general principle.
He doesn't have to be drunk to be an angry drunk.
Yeah, he's got that angry drunk man's personality. Yeah. All right, good for you, Jackie.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Maybe that's the act, the angry drunk, and people just aren't getting it. You know how Foster Brooks was the happy drunk?
What do you mean, it's performance art?
He's the angry drunk.
There you go. New Orleans, you're on the air. We're on in Phoenix, by the way. Welcome, Phoenix.
Hi, Howard. How you doing?
Okay, get off the speakerphone.
Yeah, sorry about that. Howard, you have the greatest show that there is on radio.
Thank you.
I got one question to ask you. How was that possible with Jackie as your head writer?
Look, doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm at the end of my rope. I don't even care. I don't know, over the weekend I watched a documentary on Rush Limbaugh being the greatest radio personality that ever lived. I mean, too much. On Channel 13, no less. Big, fat, sweaty, big, giant head. Just big, giant, wet head. A guy who got out of radio because he couldn't think of what to do. And then when I opened up the airwaves and made things free again so that people could express themselves. I wish I could
go into how he came up with the idea?
No, I wish that I could put everyone in a time machine and take them. And you know what? If I sound pissed off or petty because I want some credit for what I've done in the radio business, hey, you know, I'm sure that most people would want credit for what they've done. I don't know, man. Maybe, you know,
But it just interests me that journalists are doing a story about the advent of this guy, Rush Limbaugh, and they do the whole thing about how he was a failed radio guy. He tried it here, he tried it there. He never had any success. Then he went away and became a PR guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he came back to radio. What happened?
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I'll fill in the part that they didn't.
No. I wonder why the journalist doesn't ask that question.
No, they don't, because they don't think about it. Because journalists never had a creative thought in their life. I just know what radio was like when I got into it, and no one was expressing an opinion. No one.
What happened to the why part of who, what, when, and where?
I don't know.
Well, Howard,
or how?
I don't want to talk about that anymore.
What really shows your talent is, you know, you do 2.5 or 3 hours new material every day.
See, this is just a big plot by me. I keep bitching about how talented I am, how I get no credit, and then I get phone calls like this where people just call up and tell me how great I am. This is a boost Howard's ego day.
Well, I said what really should boost your ego is you do 2.5 or 3 hours of great material every day, and you got a writer who's terrible.
No, he's not terrible.
He's a great writer.
That's not the problem. His talent isn't the problem.
Have you ever heard a stand-up act?
No. This is not Bash Jackie Day. This isn't even Bash Gary or Stuttering John Day. It's just, I just wish everyone would start thinking. That's all I'm asking them to do. See, everyone thinks I should be a hippie. And just sort of hey man, let it happen. But I work too hard to let things happen.
If you just let it happen, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Nobody wanted this to happen.
Gary thinks he's a celebrity because he made himself a celebrity. And Stuttering John thinks he's an actual celebrity. That's my problem.
Stuttering John thinks he's a funny guy. At least Gary doesn't have that problem.
Jackie, in his mind, thinks the Atlantic City wants him because he's Jackie. And not that he's not funny when he gets out there, but you got to keep in mind why this all happens. And how it happens. And how we're all presented.
They're all celebrities because of you. And they should all realize that.
Hear, hear.
Every one of them. You made a lot of people that were nothing something.
That's right.
All on your back.
And don't let Ron Delsner start telling you how to be funny, because if he does,
what
we're
are
in trouble
with these managers? Where they jump on the bandwagon at what point in the show?
Yeah.
You made Ralph a celebrity. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can easily dump Gary. I can dump everyone and make a whole new bunch of celebrities.
I can't even tell you how many times I've told at least Stuttering John to stop listening to all these Johnny-come-latelys who are telling him he's so talented and he can. I said, where were they when you were in Long Island?
Yeah.
In a corner of a garage.
I think he actually deluded himself into thinking that he got the recording contract because he's so talented.
Unable to buy more strings for your guitar.
Yeah.
Think how unbelievable the show could be if you had some really talented people around you. You have Robin and Fred, but imagine if the rest of them were all talented.
We like the obstacle.
Not necessary.
Quite frankly, look at what, radio would be devastated by us if we didn't have these obstacles.
There you go. Thank you. But the only funny thing I heard about it was Baba Booey said that Helen Hunt from that Paul Reiser show came out and gave a real serious speech. I guess she forgot that she was holding a meaningless paperweight. You know what I mean? Like, it's the American Comedy Awards. That's George Schlatter, the guy who used to run Laughing.
Right.
He put that together so he could make a few bucks. But she actually treated it real serious. Hey, Gary, who was it, Ralph? Someone told me this.
Was she giving it away?
No, she was like doing an acceptance speech. Yeah. Who told me about it?
I didn't tell you, but I saw it.
I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the guy who told me about it.
All right.
I don't want to talk to you.
All right.
It was either Ralph or Gary. I don't know where those guys are. I get word from all the wrong people. Were you the one who told me about it?
About what?
Did you tell me about Helen Hunt's speech? No, it was Gary. Get out of here. Yeah.
No.
Where's Gary? Is he my producer? Where is this guy?
I heard he wasn't feeling well today.
Oh, he left?
He left. He's sick.
He left.
Oh, Gary left?
Gary's gone.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, why didn't someone tell me when I'm calling for it?
I thought he knew he was gone. I thought you thought I was Why would he call for him?
Yeah,
just now when I heard. And
no, I didn't know. Thanks.
Sorry.
Just wasted everyone's time.
Sorry.
That's all.
Sorry.
No one will tell me when someone leaves. Gary was feeling ill. I think too much work for him.
I heard he was just sick and he's been laying on a couch or something most of the show.
Well, as Gary does, he puts a lot of energy into his weekend appearance schedule and then usually falls sick Monday or Tuesday at the beginning of the week.
You think that big appearance made him sick?
Yeah, his work for Ron Delsner comes first. He goes out, he spent, all night up there, he was gambling and playing.
Oh, so he had a party afterwards.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That one joke.
Yeah, that one big appearance wiped him out, so he won't be available this week. It'll be a mess. And then he'll yell at me and say, "Oh, boy, well, everyone gets sick. You even get sick. Yeah, when I get sick, I'm here."
What am I supposed to do? Stay home?
Yeah.
Look.
Something really weird happened at the OJ trial. You doing that first?
No.
All right. Well, I'll wait till you get to it. Go ahead.
I don't want to be like everybody else.
All right.
So there are a couple of things from yesterday that I wanted to get off the slate. Now, yesterday we had a big to-do on the air about a weekend appearance made by Jackie the Joke Man Martling, Gary Delabate, and Stuttering John. And we had a bunch of people call in and tell us, they thought it was good or bad. Well, there's an actual review in the newspaper.
Why don't you save it for now? That's the first thing up this morning.
I just got it not too long ago.
Is that why Gary's sick?
Who wrote the review?
A guy named Chuck Darrow of the Courier Post.
Chuck's a big fan of our show.
Oh, then this is quite interesting from that.
I think Chuck Darrow is the guy who's written some nice articles about us.
Probably.
I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be dreaming.
Well, basically about Jackie, he says, if you... Bless you.
Excuse me.
Jeez.
Oh, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I'm getting to Jackie's review. Could you please shut up?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackie.
Could you please stifle those sneezes?
How long is the actual review? I would actually like to read the whole review.
Oh, it's long.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Let me read it.
All right.
Give me the play. Let me read it.
Fighting over the play.
Yeah, let me fight over that.
I
That's
know
not
it's
right.
a rotten review, or it would have never made it to her
You
hand.
don't know anything.
Yes, I know.
It better be.
There you go. She never leaves that seat. Here she comes. Parading.
See, there was a real reason that it really isn't bad.
Oh, is it really?
Except when it gets to John.
Oh, good. Let's bring him in and read it. Jackie Martling's PC sense of humor. Let's see. In Jackie Martling's world, PC could stand for pretty crass or periodically cruel, but it certainly never stands for politically correct. Do you know this guy, Chuck Darrow?
He's the guy that Robin read the thing from last week about me. And I met him for 5 seconds before the show.
Oh.
Because he had written...
As a matter of fact, Martling's Saturday night performance at the Taj Mahal Xanadu Theater was enough to make the PC police declare martial law. It was also an often rollicking affair, at least for those with not so easily offended sensibilities. Oh, so this is kind of...
It's very positive.
Do we really want to read this?
It only says that... you know, as he goes along, he talks about how Jackie and the audience get into it because, you know, they just get into it. But he just practically lowers the boom on John.
Instead, his stock and trade is a seemingly unending arsenal of mostly off-color jokes that take aim at a myriad of easy targets. It seemed every ethnic group, save Eskimos, was the subject of the joke man Barb's. Saturdays, Poles, Jews, Italians, Orientals, African Americans, Indians, Native Americans, and the Irish all got their turn in a bullseye. So did, among others, homosexuals, overweight women, cowboys, West Virginians, and even his wife.
The truth is, he must have got there late because the first 5 minutes is Eskimo stuff.
Martling saved his most savage lines for the boorish fools who constantly interrupted him by screaming nonsensical things from the crowd. All right, so wait, let's see. Okay, Melendez and his backing trio offered a tedious set of 70s styles riffing that was heavy on posturing and light on imagination and style. So John, in essence, looked like a rock star.
Sort of. He postured like a rock star.
Oh.
But
let's see how he does
really couldn't carry it off.
Hey, John, can you come in here? I'll put on one of your songs and you can air guitar for me. I want to see what it looks like when you posture.
Where is he now that we want to talk to him?
And now he's not here.
He just jumped. He's got an electrical cord around his neck.
Melendez, who doesn't stutter when he sings. Boy, you got fried, dude.
It was a comedy club, man.
Don't excuse.
You know, I mean, Howard, people were sitting in tables, like sitting down and ordering drinks. I mean, it wasn't a club to play at.
I get it. I get it.
It was a mistake to be there. There was a guy 70 years old sitting in the front row.
So what do you mean? What does he mean? You posture? How do you play? Like, what do you do on stage? I've never seen you on stage.
Do some of your air guitar.
Here, play your guitar and like act like you're
a rock star.
Anyway,
all right.
Yeah. And stand up.
What song are you playing?
Whatever the first track is. I'll talk my way out of it.
Okay, you got it.
Here we go. CD player really sucks.
He can't get anything to come up.
All right, too bad.
Oh, put his headphones back on.
Look at this. It won't come on. It just won't work.
That first one again?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The one that I can reach. Even your CD doesn't play right.
Your CD stutters.
I'll try CD too.
There's another one.
Every time I come in, I need some guy helping me with it.
Yeah, it's a two-man operation running that board.
Here he is. Right, let me just see how you play. There he goes. There you go. All right, very good. All right.
Get off!
Oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's hard to do it. Like,
Let me see.
you saw my video. That's what's basically.
Melendez, who doesn't stutter when he sings, and his cohorts proved to be serviceable musicians, but his 6-note vocal range and lack of charisma made the set an ordeal to endure.
But you know what? You know, he is right. I just want to get off the stage.
Why?
Because it just.
Dude.
Because I started.
You're saying you were normally better.
No, as soon as I started, people yelling Jackie, and it was just like.
Can I ask John a question?
Yeah. And didn't you tell him to go on last?
I haven't had a chance to ask him this because I haven't known how. The last thing before you went on, you told me that I'm going to do 25 minutes, and then I'll do the second half later.
Yeah, he just wanted to get off. Meanwhile, he played for an hour.
You played for an hour?
No, I played 40 minutes because that's
But you did your entire set, right?
Because the idiot that wanted to do it. No, I didn't do my entire set at all. I did about
For a guy who wanted to get off the stage.
No,
Why did he play the long?
This is what happened. When I got out there...
Can I ask you a question? Why when Jackie said to you...
Yeah. Because there would have been nobody there.
Why when Jackie said
I'm
to
answering you. I know you're going to ask me.
Why didn't you go on last? Of course people would have been there.
No.
After a comedian, you want to hear some rock and roll.
And they Howard,
not
drinks
Howard, not that crowd. I'm telling you. I am telling you. They were old. A lot of old people. People holding their ears. It just wasn't a rock and roll environment.
The performance also seemed to confirm that what many have long suspected, that Melendez's contract with Atlantic Records had little to do with his abilities as a singer-songwriter and everything to do with his Stern connection.
The guy obviously has a hard on for me. I mean, you know, we've gotten good reviews too, but those won't get read. You know.
Yeah, you find one, I'll read it.
They only send me these, John.
No, I had one right in the back, but no, seriously.
I know.
It wasn't a rock and roll environment.
I hear you. It's like 9 Inch Nails playing at a comedy club.
Yeah, you imagine that?
Okay, I'm with you.
With a bunch of old people.
And I'm sure Trent Reznor would have been dubbed non-charismatic, even in a situation like that.
Exactly.
Whatever. I gave it my best. You know. It wasn't like I didn't move around. I moved around as much as I could. I was sweating like a pig.
He was dodging.
Good luck.
I was waiting. I was actually
Good aerobics class.
I swear to God, I was waiting for something. Someone to throw something. I was waiting for something to hit me.
All right. Go ahead. You'll do better the next time. That's right. That's confidence. Waiting for something to hit me.
Is it going to be the third or the fourth song that they finally
clobber me? Oh, dear.
Thanks for rushing in with that, by the way. I never saw you move so fast.
Well, I knew there was a payoff.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a payoff.
Jackie's just happy it wasn't him.
I know. I knew he thought
I think she got the facts and was so excited, and then as she read it, realized it wasn't as bad as she
I just read everything that comes past.
There you go, Jackie. Everyone's out to get you, Jackie. Go ahead. By the way, Baba Booey is not here today because it's day 2 of Baba Booey being absent because he went to...
Play the important music. We have a news flash.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I got important OJ music. News bulletin. Baba Booey is not here. Baba Booey is not here because he went to Atlantic City to appear in
an incredible show.
An incredibly dumb show that Ron Delsner put together, all behind my back. Baba Booey conspired with Jackie and Stuttering John, with Ron Delsner, and put together something called Friends of the Howard Stern Show, which I quickly put to a stop. And I even told Gary not to do, but he just went ahead to Atlantic City and did it anyway. And, well, we had it booked already, Boff. Well, unbook it.
You think he's really sick?
Oh, I think he's really sick. I think he went to he went all weekend to Atlantic City. He stayed up all night. He gambled. He had fun. He partied with his buddies there.
So he did it all.
He did it all, and now he's ill. So I don't have my producer here.
I'm very shocked.
Yeah. And I see he's booked himself for 2 appearances in Dallas.
Right. He has weekend appearances in Dallas that probably he can't miss.
Yeah. So I'm sure that he'll be fine for that.
Guess what he can miss?
Yeah. I've got work piling up back there that isn't being done. That everyone tells me they're too busy to do.
You know what, Howard? He has sick time here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but not in Dallas. He better not go to Dallas this weekend. I better hear that he canceled those appearances so he can make up what he's not doing here. You know, people think like maybe I'm a hard-on or something about this kind of stuff, and I know I'm not because I've spent my entire career. Where's Stuttering John? I want him to hear this. Come in here, dummy. And it's good for Jackie to hear, too, because I don't think Jackie understands my philosophy. Come on in. I want you to understand my philosophy. Okay, not that I should have to explain myself to you for the millionth time.
No, I'm not. Why did I'm here. I'm here. I'm queer. I'm camping. I'm here.
What?
No, but I'm here.
I know you're here, but I want you to understand something because you are someone who acts really dumb and naive around me and acts like you don't know what's going on even in your... Oh, I don't know I'm making a mistake. You know, you're the smartest one here. You're smarter than Gary and you're smarter than Jackie. You know, you are more crafty and sneaky.
Sneaky?
Yeah, you are more crafty and sneaky than any one of these guys. Jackie and Gary put together aren't as crafty. And Gary is a sneak. Gary's a little sneak.
Howard, can
But he's not smart.
Howard, can I be...
Wolf, can I tell the truth? It was Ron Belsner put this together. Oh, you couldn't tell me that before, could you?
Howard, honestly,
yeah.
I swear to God this is true, I make less money doing these gigs with Gary than I do just to do it with
That's not the point. That's not the point. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell your friend Jackie something. And I'm going to tell Gary something. I love all three of you guys. You're fun guys. Jackie's very valuable to me. You're very valuable to me. Gary's very valuable to me. But am I willing to disassociate myself with the three of you? Yes, I am willing to. It would be hard. I would miss you. But I am willing to do it.
It would tear you up.
Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my friends.
Is everybody listening? Jackie, don't read the paper now.
Jackie, no reading the paper. I want you to hear this. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Jackie's
talking to me.
Jackie's washed his hands of this right from the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
I know. Jackie's innocent on a lot of levels.
Yeah, wash my hands.
Like right from the beginning, you like plead like, like you're ignorant of the whole.
He's not ignorant.
I'm not
I know.
ignorant of anything. I
yeah,
said
but right
that I
from the
took one
beginning,
gig. I refused to do the rest of them. I wanted to go to Atlantic City. I didn't want to go to do the other ones.
I know, but just right from the beginning, it seemed like it was just like you were like, "Hey, these guys are idiots," and I'm happy.
All right, listen, that's something for you two to take up off the air.
Yeah, that's a lunchtime at the Friars.
Yeah, you guys can talk about that later. Let me explain my philosophy to you, and whether you believe it or not, I don't care. But I'm telling you my philosophy.
I believe whatever you say.
All right. What I have tried to do in my career, I don't owe you this explanation, by the way.
I didn't ask for it,
but I got to give it to you.
He's doing you a favor.
All right. Listen,
shut up and take
You're going to hear philosophy now. First of all, regarding you, Stuttering John, you are a guy who perceives himself as funny. When you go on the Ricky Lake show, when you go on the Last Call show, when you do these shows, when you go on the Conan show, you turn to people inevitably afterwards. You go, "Hey, was I funny?" I'm going to tell you something about yourself. You are the least funny person I've ever met. You are not funny.
Okay.
You're obnoxious.
Okay.
You're not funny.
All right.
I'll tell you what's funny about you. You stutter. When you go on TV and you try to be me, it's not funny.
All right.
It comes off obnoxious.
Okay.
It's a very fine line. You are funny when you are yourself. When you start to talk about yourself, there is a certain naivete about you that is interesting, that is heartwarming, and that is funny when you start to stammer about your life.
Okay.
When you go on the air and you run around like Howard, and you look like you're doing a bad Howard impression, you are not funny.
Okay.
So afterwards, when you come off these shows and you say to me, "Was I funny?" or you say to Jackie, "Was I funny?" That's funny. Because you're so insecure, you're funny. You're being you. When you go on these shows and you're me, and you're yelling at people, and you're stuttering, and you lose your charm. Now, here's the other thing you ought to learn about yourself. You don't take criticism well. You don't listen.
I'm listening.
When I told you to cut Gilbert out of your video, you didn't listen.
I told him that.
What?
Okay.
All right. All right. Shh. Shh. The smartest performers are the ones that listen. You know who's a smart performer? Madonna. You know why? You know why she's on top? She'll talk to garbage men. She'll actually watch what they're wearing, what they're listening to. You're not an expert. You know why I'm successful? You know why I've been on top for so long? If a postal worker came up to me and told me he had a good idea, I would actually listen to it. I would actually entertain it. Because I don't consider myself better than a postal worker. I consider myself garbage. That's why I'm going to go to this shrink. But that's what works for me. If I ever had a good feeling about myself, I feel too good for anybody. I wouldn't succeed. I am the genius of myself. I know myself. I know what has to be done. All right, so what have we learned so far? And I'm going to give you overall advice about career. I'm going to give it to you, Jackie, and everyone else. Jackie's got a whole other set of problems. These are your problems today. Okay. A, you're not funny. I know you think you're funny. Do you think you're funny? Tell the truth. Do you think you're funny? Do you think you're a funny person?
Yeah.
You're not.
Okay. I don't want to.
You're not funny.
I know, but I don't want to.
No, you can disagree.
It's very funny because I hear him say, that means he's not listening.
If you genuinely disagree, I want to know so I can help you with it.
No.
I'm taking valuable radio time to help you with your career. Are you a funny guy?
I'm sure.
Let me ask you. Do you see yourself as funny? Do you think you're funny?
But see, I'm not supposed to say no.
No, you can say whatever you want.
No, say what you feel.
I mean,
I'm trying to help you now.
You thought I was funny.
No. You are funny when I tell you what to say, and you're yourself, and you're genuine, and you stammer. That's funny.
So you're saying I should be more genuine?
You would never be a stand-up comedian. You're not funny. And when you try to be funny, you come off obnoxious.
Okay.
When you're yourself. Look, if Conan O'Brien asks you a question and says, John, what's it like when you ask these people these horrible questions?
Yeah.
And and many times you'll say, gee, Howard puts the words in my mouth, or Jackie and Fred put the words in my mouth, and I'm embarrassed, or whatever your genuine feeling is, and then all of a sudden you start to stutter, and you go, whoa. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. People are laughing at you, not with you.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
It's fun to watch a guy stammer. That's what's funny.
I got you.
When you go on and you try to be funny, you're not funny.
Like I tell jokes is not good.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
And I see you on the shows. I've watched your shows. You stand up and you start yelling at people. Sometimes you do a little
No. I tell them a question that I've asked on the show.
Right. I see you with the girl on the show, and you stand up and you go, hey, come on, baby. Come on. Don't you want to go out with me? Don't you want... That isn't you. It's not your style. Excuse me. And it comes off obnoxious. It's hard to watch. She's a gorgeous girl, but I see what you're doing. You're trying. You're forcing it.
Okay. Well, that show, I agree. I don't think it was good. All right, whatever.
No. I'm talking about your performance on that show.
All right.
On Ricky Lake, I don't know what you were doing on there.
Well, I was just being a judge.
I don't know what that was. You got to start thinking about what you do. Now let me give you a hint. And this is for you and for that Baba Booey and for Jokey Martling.
Jokey Martling.
Here it is. I have turned down a lot of money in my career for T-shirts, bumper stickers. I've had offers to do all kinds. If I showed you the pile of offers that I've had in my career that I've turned down, you would get dizzy because it's a staggering amount of money.
All right, let me ask you one question.
Hold on.
Okay,
go ahead and ask. If you think your question is more important than what I'm going to impart to you
now I'm in a catch-22.
Go ahead, catch-22.
Is that because? But is it because you can afford to turn down these things?
No. Let me tell you something. And Robin knows this to be the God's honest truth. I didn't have a pot to piss in when I worked at NBC, and I had cockamamie scam offered to me one after another. I couldn't afford to buy a house. You understand?
Yes.
You have more money than me. Than when I was at NBC. You have more money now than what I had at NBC. I didn't have the money to buy a car. You understand? I went to my father. He got me a 1970 Valiant, that bastard. Couldn't get me a nice car.
You're driving a better car.
You drive a better car, and you have the money for a house. You have more money than I did, and I got offered all kinds of things to market my name. And you know what I said? This is gonna blow your mind. I said no. Now, listen to me. The reason I said no is, this was my philosophy about this show. I believed in this show so much that I said the rewards will come a little bit slower. If you cash in quickly, you become like every other radio personality. You become just another dog with a bumper sticker and the Mark and Brian sponge and the this and the that. You understand? You become another one of the jerks that are just ripping off the audience. You become another guy. Hey, here's my Howard Stern T-shirt. Whatever outside project I did to try to make a little extra money, I tried to at least put some care into it. Integrity behind it, and also try to make it show business related, or videotape, or a book, or something like this. Not some goddamn keychain. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And I turned down keychain scam after keychain scam. I must have 500 letters on my desk. People want me to do a CD-ROM. Why don't I just take it and put out something real quick? Why would you guess I don't?
Because you want whatever you put out to be
that.
To have.
If I put out a CD-ROM, I'm going to change the computer industry. That's why. Right now they got all this technology, but nobody's buying CD-ROM. You know why? Because it's boring. Nobody's done it right. They don't know what to do. They got all the hardware, no software. Now most guys will jump. I got a CD-ROM. You understand? I have purposely backed off.
I got you.
Now I have a problem. I got a bunch of guys who work for me who I want to be nice to, I want to be fair to, I want you guys to make money. But now the sharks out there who are frustrated that I won't do certain things get a hold of my guys. And my guys are going to they're going to buckle. They see the money coming in. Well, we can't get Howard to do it, so maybe we'll get Stuttering John to do it. We'll go roundabout. We'll put together a Friends of the Howard Stern show. It'll be a horrible show, but we'll do it through the back door. We'll get $28.50 a seat because people think they're going to see all the crew from the Howard Stern show. It'll be poorly produced, badly put together. Sound check will be all wrong. And all disaster strikes.
I even found out that there was supposed to be a bikini contest.
Oh,
but nobody figured out how to get the girls there, so only one girl showed up.
They did a bikini contest with one girl.
Yeah.
How embarrassing. Okay? This is what people saw when they went to Atlantic City. Now listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm not
listen
saying a
to
word.
me.
I'm listening. I mean, I could say that something there, but...
Oh, don't say anything.
Okay.
That's why I've never said, hey, let's go do Stuttering John books, Stuttering John T-shirt, Gary Baba Booey shirts. Gary Baba Booey came to me, got to have a T-shirt. He wants to make a T-shirt. Do I want the Gary Baba Booey T-shirt out there?
No.
Who made Gary Baba Booey famous? Why is Gary Baba Booey famous?
Because you made it...
Right. You think Gary Baba Booey has a talent? You think that he is someone people want to really wear his T-shirt? They want to wear it because I'm into it. I could have put out a Gary Baba Booey shirt, but why didn't I do it?
Because that would have not only saturated the market, it would have just been stupid.
Another stupid radio guy was selling stupid radio stuff. And you know what happens to the audience? They buy it because they trust you. And then when they get home, they look at it, they go, what the hell did Howard do to me? He conned me. I got a Gary Baba Booey shirt. What am I going to do with it? I'm not going to wear this. And I just spent $12 for this. I don't like it. Gary has no talent. So when I say to Gary repeatedly, I don't want you to do a shirt. I don't want you to do Friends of the Howard Stern tour. Oh, Howard's a bad guy. You don't want us to make money. Gary's talent is smiling and showing those disgraceful caps. That's his talent. If I didn't bring Gary in on here, no one would hire him for an appearance. So I've said to Gary, I try to be gracious. I say, Gary, if someone calls on you to get an appearance going, go do it. Fine. You want to show up at a supermarket, you want to say hello to the crowd, sign a few autographs, that's fine. But what does he do? He turns his back on me. Behind my back, he's plotting against me with Ron Delsner, putting together the Friends of the Baba Booey, Friends of the Howard Stern T-shirt, Friends of the... Why does he put out a Baba Booey keychain? And why don't we make a Baba Booey store? Why do I not say to Baba Booey, go make a Baba Booey store? Answer my question.
Because you don't want it. You think it isn't a good product, and you don't want to be associated with it.
I don't want it. I've turned down money for the Baba Booey keychain.
But you're not asking the right question. Now,
No.
does he have the ability to discriminate?
No.
This is where this is where I had to disagree because on everything
Let me ask you something. Why do you think you're popular? Why do you think people like
you made
you?
me popular. But Howard, I always come to you and ask you every single time about these things.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Did you ask me about Friends of the Baba Booey tour or Friends of the Howard Stern tour? Did you ask me about it?
Can I just be honest with you?
No one told me about it. Gary didn't tell me about it. You didn't tell me about it.
I really, to tell you the God's honest truth, have so little to do with the whole thing. It was like, just say, hey, John, want to do beers together? Yeah, okay.
The Stuttering John book proposal, did you come and tell me about that?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you came and told me about it?
Yes, I did.
You want to know why you did? I knew about it 2 weeks early. I'd already killed it.
Howard,
don't even talk to me about
Howard,
it. I find out about it. You came to me too late. I never brought it up to you.
Howard,
behave yourself, John.
Howard,
behave yourself.
Wait a second.
I don't want to know about these things secondhand and through people that I don't know about.
I came up to you.
I knew about it 2 weeks before you came up to me.
How could that
2
possibly be?
Trust me, I knew about it.
Yeah, but I still I didn't know you knew about it.
I knew about it. The proposal was around.
I still came up to you.
The Stuttering John book proposal with all the questions from this show.
No, I still came up to you.
Why don't you rate me? Do me a favor. I'm going to pull my pants down. Here. Put it in.
Over.
Go ahead. Come on, rate me now. Come on, do it to me now. Don't do it to me. Don't give me slow rates. Do it to me now. Just give it to me. I've been bad to you, right? Come on, Howard. Come on, Howard. Here it is. Here it is. Take it now. Rate me now.
Are you kidding me?
Come on, put the probe in.
Howard,
Go ahead. Take my temperature.
Howard.
Goodbye.
Howard, no, seriously, you know what?
I can't explain
Howard,
myself anymore.
I've always come up to you and asked you things, and the last thing I want to do is piss you off.
Maybe I'll do what Jackie does. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on. I'm going to book myself in a club. I'm going to make a T-shirt. Use your finger cots. Use whatever cards.
Cassettes and
I'm going to get Joe cards. I'm going to get everything I can get. I'm going to cash in.
Howard,
I'm going to go and sell everything I can possibly think of.
Howard, can I ask you a question?
These people must get home from Jackie's Place and go, what the hell did I just do? I got cards, I got T-shirts, I got mugs. What am I going to do with this? What?
Not only that, he sells it on the
Free enterprise.
What's that mean?
Free enterprise is great.
Look it up.
All right, good.
No, but Howard, seriously, I always try and come up to you and tell you this.
Tell me what. Okay, thank you.
Wait a minute. John, I asked the question, do you...
Free enterprise.
Who wants to hear you come up with 10 billion bad ideas and ask them if it's okay to do it?
None of them are good.
It makes people scared of you.
It has been 3 ideas. It hasn't been that many, and I always wanted to...
All right, very good.
Can we just say one honest thing?
And let me tell you something. You are... I know you. I know you like I'm as smart as they come.
You don't know.
Trust me, I'm as smart as they come.
You obviously don't know.
I'm as smart as they come.
You see how he's not listening?
You want to know why I don't have any friends? I see through everybody.
Mm-hmm.
People are inherently evil. I know this. I know it. I know the score.
Right.
If they can screw you, they can screw you. So what I do is, sometimes I embrace my enemy. You understand that?
Yes.
All right.
Better to have your enemy on your side. Is that right, Confucius?
Thank you, Robin. Hey, Robin knows. She knows. It's a good lesson in life.
So
I'm not trying to keep you down. I know that sometimes our view of the world conflicts.
No, it isn't that.
There's a way to cash in on my name, and there's a way to sort of back off.
But you don't want me to ask you?
There's no reason to ask. You should know. At this point, you should know. You've been around me long enough. I don't want to have these discussions every 2 weeks about what you can and can't do. Figure it out. There's a way to cash in on my name, and there's a way not to cash in on my name.
Can I say something here?
But
I have tried to tell him 50 times about things just not to even approach you with.
Can I ask you something?
But he does it
Why
anyway.
is it okay for Rob? She does CNBC. She's done...
Don't even bring up Robin in the same breath as
No, but
you.
I'm saying why then...
Don't even suggest it to me.
But then, all I'm saying is that...
Robin and I have worked out our way of dealing with one another to the point that we know exactly what we do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we take advantage of one another.
No, and I don't want to...
Now, let me tell you about you. You're a sneak.
I'm a snake.
I don't see the Robin Quivers keychain. I don't see the friends Robin Quivers. Don't disgrace me.
I'm not dissing her. I'm just...
Don't compare yourself to Robin.
No, but I'm just saying...
You do not hold the same weight that Robin does.
I know that, but I'm just saying, you know, what I mean, you know, if the examples that are given, I mean,
no, here's the example.
Plus, I mean, I wanted to try, being on my own in television, so I asked you.
You tried. You did. God bless.
I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want, take anything. I didn't.
I don't care. Did I ever once say to you that it wasn't a good idea?
No.
Did I ever once say to you it wasn't a good idea?
I did ask you.
I said it's fine. You can go do whatever you want.
But I did ask you.
But you understand something. The way they used you on that show...
It wasn't good.
Not only did it make you unfunny, I didn't want you on my show.
It wasn't a good...
It made you unfunny. It's like, I'm sure Letterman feels that way about Larry Bud Melman
I don't think it was a good show.
It wasn't a good show.
All right.
It wasn't. It was an awful show.
I went out, and
I'm not saying you shouldn't go out, but do me a favor. Next time you go out, warn me how they're going to use you so I can get you off my show first.
Whatever. I didn't know.
I'll let you take a sabbatical from my show.
I didn't know I was getting angry, and
I'll make Gorillo famous.
I didn't know if I was.
What?
I didn't know I was getting angry. That's all.
John, you had to know. I told you that.
Robin, this is
when I start getting book proposals with my material being circulated around. I don't want to hear it. John, I caught you. Caught you.
No, you didn't.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
I must be hallucinating.
Listen. You know the truth.
Now listen to me. I hope you learned what I'm trying to say. The most important thing you got to learn about me, I've turned down a fool's ransom, a fortune. What's a fool's ransom?
Same deal.
Oh. I've turned down a fortune in these cockamamie merchandising scams.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I actually do not want to steal from my audience.
I got you. I think you're right.
I appreciate the fact that I
you shouldn't
have an
steal from
audience.
your audience, John.
Right. John will do it for me.
I'm not trying to do anything bad, Howard. I really am not.
Baba Booey
I don't have any
T-shirt.
intentions. I don't have, I'm not trying to do anything,
I will never put... Have you seen a T-shirt with my name on it? Do you see that? Do you see me selling that? In fact, these radio stations I work for, they have pressured me. They have threatened to fire me. You know, when I came to this station, there was several sponsors who didn't want to come on the air unless they could have Howard Stern mugs. This was a whole big thing.
I remember.
Remember this?
Yeah.
They almost fired me here over it. I said, guys, I'm not doing it to hurt your sponsors, but unless I put my foot down, I'm going to open up the floodgates with these little dopey Howard Stern plastic cups, Howard Stern this and that. So as a compromise, so they have a Howard Stern all morning T-shirt, rock and roll all day. I don't want a Howard Stern. They want to make Howard Stern T-shirt. I said no. And I had companies come to me. They want to pay me all kind of money, Howard Stern T-shirt. I said no. I did it because I believe that this show is more than just another dopey radio show. Maybe I'm delusional, but that's how I feel about it. I feel that if we go that route, we look like jerks. You know, like Morton Downey. The guy had 5 minutes of fame. This guy was into more products. He looked like a jerk. Rush Limbaugh's got a store. He's selling Rush Limbaugh. This is a guy who's panicked. He knows it's going to end at some point, someone's going to go on against him, give him some competition, and blow him off the dial. Anybody with any kind of reasonable talent will blow Rush Limbaugh off. Mark and Brian in California are two imbeciles who had no career, had no personality of their own, adopted my personality. They go out to California. They get hot because I'm not there. And what do? There's 9 billion Mark and Brian products. And I don't blame them. Because they knew when I came to town it was over. The party ends. I see those little creeps. They're now going into San Francisco or something. They're one of our markets. Syndication. You think they thought up syndication? They didn't think up syndication. They don't have an original thought in their head. No one in this industry has an original thought in their head. So I'm very protective of my name and how it's handled and what happens with it. And tell your friend Baba Booey the same thing, who's out sick, because he's got too many personal appearances. Can't handle his life.
You know, every year there comes a time in the year where you have to slow Baba Booey down.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Because he gets sick and he misses his time here.
Baba Booey had wheeled and dealed himself into a 6-city tour with the Friends of the Howard Stern. Him and Ron Delsner had cooked up with Gary's manager.
Ron was in on the whole deal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, evidently. I'm not even sure. I'm getting bits and pieces. No one has come clean yet.
That was the first time I'd ever heard that.
No one will tell me what happened in this whole
thing. How it happened, how it got hooked up.
I was nowhere in my life. You understand? I thought up me. I thought this up. Since I'm 5 years old, I waited to do this. I'm not going to let anybody ruin it. I did it. I did it. Rape me. Rape me now, John. Put it here. My pants are down. Take it from me. Take it all from me now.
Pull your underwear down.
You get behind me.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Come on, go for it.
I'd like to pull my underwear down once you're behind me and ready to mount me.
Get ready.
Rape me. And let me tell you something. You're no dumber than, like, Tom Chiusano. When I first got to this station, the general manager, Howard, we can't sell the show. We need cups, we need mugs, we need saucers, we need your name. I said, Tom, better you don't sell them. Better I leave. Then I get embarrassed with Howard Stern sponges. Well, Mark and Brian sponge.
Well,
Schivos are Mark and Brian. Death to Mark and Brian. Radio death.
Well, Howard, you realize that, like, you know...
Oh, he realizes. What is he...
What don't I realize? Have I made myself clear? You mean I still haven't made myself clear?
What did he realize?
Go ahead. But I'm just trying to defend the past things, just saying, you know, that there are people going to, offer all of us stuff because of how famous that you made us. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you're saying you're too weak to resist?
No, I try and go through you, and I talk to Gary, talk to you.
So this is what I said. You have no way to discriminate.
God, do you know how many...
That's okay. As long as you have no way to discriminate. Let me know about it. Don't let me hear about it from other publishers that there's a proposal around.
I sat you down.
No, you sat me down 2 weeks after I found out about it. Well, somebody spilled the beans that I know.
Well, you didn't seem to know anything about it.
No, I hit it pretty good. Ask Gary if I didn't know about it.
All right, well, then I didn't know, but I came up to you and asked you.
You know what? Because I don't want to be a bad guy. You see, there's one thing you don't know about me. I'm a sap for a guy down on his luck. I'm too nice a guy. Robin will tell you about this off the air.
No, in fact, when you talk about how sneaky he is, how he presented it to you was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
He didn't know about the proposal. It was out there. Someone wrote it.
No, that's not what I said.
No. He's standing in a room with me, you, and Gary.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just need to ask you something real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Can I do a book deal?
Can I do a book? Somebody wrote up a proposal. I don't know about it. And he ran out of the room.
Howard, I asked you like I was supposed to. And you said, no, I didn't do it.
I found out about it, too. It was already on the publisher's desk.
No, it wasn't. That was 2 weeks after.
How come Judith had it?
Because I'll tell you
2 weeks before you came to me.
No, that's BS.
It's not BS.
How? I came to you a month before that happened.
She told me about it.
Robin, that's what I told you over the weekend. That was a month before I came and sat with you.
John, you sound like O.J.
No, Howard,
it was a drug deal.
No, but Howard,
someone else did it.
Howard, I swear to God.
John, I knew about it. How can you tell me I did it?
Because timing right now, you're being a little... Hold on.
John, I knew about it.
Howard, let me just say one thing. No, I know you knew about it.
I could bring in 17 witnesses.
But you didn't know... First, I came up to you and told you about it.
Yeah.
Then I said no.
Okay.
Then that...
No. John.
Then the proposal came about, and then I called you. Remember?
Listen to me.
A month after.
Accept your punishment. Listen to me.
I'm just trying to...
You know what, John? The bottom line here is you make big mistakes.
Don't make
That's the bottom line.
Making friends with Robin.
Right, yeah, Jackie. You're absolutely right.
I just want
let me tell you something.
Has never been a mistake for
You're not the only one. There's a lot of people who get around me. You're not the only. You're not even the worst offender of this. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
That things get out of hand.
Believe me, you're not the worst offender of this. Our own general manager doesn't get this. It took him 5 years to understand what I'm telling you. You're a lot quicker learner than he is. He is stupider than you. Our own general manager is stupider than you. I guarantee you could run this station better than he could. Because you understand it better than he. You know how long it's taken me to educate this man? Hi, Tom. Tom, I don't mean it as an insult.
John has a superior IQ, as a matter of fact.
Tom, remember how long it took you to understand?
And I don't take it as an insult.
And I don't mean it as an insult. Remember how long it took you to understand why I don't do these things?
I remember it being a very quick study, in fact.
I see. All right, well, for you it was quick. 5 years was quick for Tom. No, Tom is thicker than the Great Wall of China. And he knows it, and God bless him. And I accept it already at this point. So I had a lot of problems with the company when I first got here.
We had one thing.
It was a general philosophy. Do you know there were you don't even know about this. There were discussions of a Howard Stern store when I first came here. I said, I'm putting a stop to this. They said, well, don't you want to make money? I said, I want to make money in my lifetime, but I don't want to, you know what? I don't need to do that. There are ways to make money. I said, what am I, Mark and Brian? What am I, Rick Dees? Am I better than them?
Absolutely.
Yes. Do I believe that my career will be longer than those guys? Yes, I do. I believe it. I believe this. Listen, Tom panicked. He's a general manager. He said, what if he doesn't make it? We better cash in somehow. If we can't sell the advertising, we'll set up a store and we'll sell Howard Stern pants. You know, so there you go. I am different. I march to my own drummer. Tell me. Do you help the grease man? What is he selling? Waddle daddle shirts? Get rid of him already. Would you fire him and wise up? Don't you know when you cut your losses? Fire the grease man, will you? You still won't even learn about that.
Yes, sir.
Killing the station.
Like my heels.
Why can't you fire him? What do you have? You under a long term? Did you sign another stupid long-term contract?
I thought we were talking about
where you give away the store. You know, here you learned to negotiate at the management meeting, and the grease man walked off with the store. John is funnier and more talented. And I already finished telling him he's not funny.
We all know that famous quote, does Howard Stern tell Gimbals?
Huh? What?
I am funnier than him.
You are.
I just proved it.
I don't know what
Does Macy's tell Gimbals?
Right. No. Don't compare me as Macy's and Greaseman as Gimbals. Let me tell you something, my friend. I am.
That wasn't the comparison at all.
I am steak, and he is a plastic cup. That's the difference. He talks into a microphone. That's the only comparison you can make between me and the Greaseman. I have to point out every problem. And how smart I am and how stupid everyone else is. My father pointed out to me my whole life. Now I'm pointing out to you guys. There you go. Now you know the basis for it and everything. I'm real up front. I like that you're not laughing, by the way. I see you taking me seriously. John, Stuttering John.
I think that you have gotten through his wall.
Right, John has been taking you very seriously
for the
last week or so.
And let me tell you something. I like this kid. Imagine if I didn't like him.
John's great.
Not today, he isn't. Tomorrow, he's going to be better.
I hope Gary comes in.
See, now you're funny.
That was honest. That was real.
You're funny on this show. You're not too busy trying to be me. You're being yourself.
Why can't we call Baba Booey? I want to know how sick he is.
I don't want to know how sick he is. I'm going to tell you something, Tom.
I do want to know how sick he is. I want to know if he's working this weekend.
Oh, Baba Booey better not work this weekend. He better be canceling Dallas because he wants to be in tip-top shape for next week's programming. Oh, I better not hear he's in Dallas. Oh, boy.
You want to call him and ask him?
We don't call Ron Delzer. I think that's his manager.
Somehow I don't think Ron had anything to do with that.
Imagine I develop this Baba Booey. I give him a job. I develop him. I give him a persona on the radio. Let him talk. And Ron Delzer's cashing in on this.
Well, that's Ron.
That's Ron, boy. God bless him. He's smart.
Oh, Ron's a very
I'll never call him stupid. He bamboozles. He must hypnotize my guys. Maybe that's what he does. Going to ruin my life. And I know deep in everyone's mind here, everyone thinks that I'm saying this because Howard wants the money for himself. He don't want us to make a living.
How much money are we getting?
You got to understand something.
I wouldn't think that at all.
John, I purposely turned down. You know what? I almost want to show you my personal papers. How money turned down merchandising.
I know. You know how many calls I get in the back?
You want to know something? I've killed movie deals over merchandising. You want to know what busted up me in New Line?
New Line, I know you said that.
Had nothing to do with scripts, had nothing to do with anything. They wanted my merchandising. and they wanted to sell Fartman dolls, Howard Stern, this. I said, guys, I got to walk. I want to make a movie real bad. They were ready to finance it. They were ready to open a bank, the Bob Shea Bank at New Line. They were going to open up to me, John.
No, I know.
You understand that?
Yeah, I know that.
They were going to open it up to me.
With the big bucks we paid John, he doesn't need the extra money.
Right.
Well, that's the problem.
Aren't you clearing like 17 grand?
Exactly. It's not even that.
No, I want you to make extra money. Please don't misunderstand me. When you signed the record deal, who was your biggest supporter?
You were.
All right. Did I lie and say the music was great?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Come on, Howard. You know the music was
I
great.
loved it. Did I call you and tell you the music was great?
Yes, it was one of our best conversations.
You're damn right. Did I call you personally to tell you how good I thought it was? And that listen, Tom knows this. I want to get on the air and say, oh, go buy John's album. I thought it was a good album. I was more than happy to say that for you. I didn't have to say that for you. Tom told me not to say that. Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
I know.
But there are certain things I don't want to do.
I understand.
And Tom knows I've turned down money to do these T-shirts
I will say that
and mugs and everything else. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why? Because I think that this show is better than that. I think that we are more. I know it's true. I turn down things every day. I've turned down commercial endorsements.
Speaking of commercials, how far...
Do you know I was offered a fortune... Forget... Tom, please, you're bumming me out. You got to leave now. It's enough. I've seen you enough. Please, thank you. Take off the headphones and go back there.
Thank you very much.
Go back to your chilly little room. Nice weather. Go to Hawaii. Learn something. All right, very good. Thank you, Tom. You know I was offered...
If I'm being bumped for Ralph, then I might be upset.
Let me just say something. I want to say something. After Tom, Ralph is welcome. I got to tell you something. I turned down money to do a cigarette commercial in Japan. Now, why the hell they wanted me? In fact, I wanted to do that one.
And nobody would have known here in the States.
No, my agent said don't do it. I don't know why. That was a mistake. I would have liked to cash in on that. Who cares if a bunch of Japanese smoke? They're all nervous anyway. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to kill them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think John's doing any of this out of malice or
you think he's stupid?
No, I don't think he's stupid.
He's not. He's very crafty. He's not a dumb kid.
You don't know John. You don't know John.
John is he's called passive aggressive. He does it in strange ways. Same with Baba Booey. You're no different than him. Baba Booey is genuinely a dick. When he said, "Oh, Wolf,
so I'm no different.
Wolf, I'll never do anything like that again." And let me tell you something. And Jackie blows rings around both of you. All right? So don't...
Jackie's the king.
Right.
I plead ignorance.
Look, Jackie came to me and said... I'll tell you the difference between you and Jackie, just so you're clear. Jackie came to me a long time ago. He says, listen, something that's very important to me, I would like to get plugs on the show. All right? So he has his products and stuff. Would I prefer Jackie didn't sell mugs on the air and T-shirts and stuff? I'll be honest and say yes, I prefer he didn't. But that's Jackie's career, and Jackie's got to manage his career the way his wife manages his career.
And I was doing it before I met you.
Exactly.
Well, dude, I was in freaking college making...
Except before you met him, nobody was buying that has nothing... Yeah, exactly. Be honest, Jackie. That was not a lucrative business.
It still isn't.
Right.
That's got nothing to do with the argument.
I thought you said it was free enterprise.
My point of view was that Jackie... It was hard to get Jackie... It was hard to get Jackie paid around here.
Much like
nobody
myself.
sees his value. And it was a way to get something going. All right?
Yeah.
So it's Jackie's products, and we make it very clear it's Jackie ripping people off, not me. All right?
Well, Howard, it's no secret that I don't make any money around here.
John, let me tell you something. But you can't abuse me.
No, I don't want to. I know.
Otherwise, I got to pull my pants down.
No.
Why don't you make a Howard Stern mask and sell it?
No,
come on. Here, let me pull my pants down.
Stop it, please.
All right, let me pull my pants down. Want to make money, shave your head. Look, all I'm saying is this.
You know what I want to finish. What I think John wants to be a star. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I just don't think you know how to do it. You know how to go about it and do the right things. And John will just go at anything.
Right. He desperately gets on there.
I'll try that. But he doesn't focus himself.
There's no thought put into it.
Well, there's thought, but
it's obviously not good thought.
Right.
You're right, Ralph. No, he's right. But listen, you got to make sure you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
No, I know.
Even if it barely feeds you.
I understand that. I don't want to piss you off. Do you think I want to sit through this?
I don't know what you want.
But see, I would think like all these guys would look at you and see how you do it and learn from you and say, okay, you know, maybe I won't.
Well, they're
put
desperate.
out
They're
crap
desperate.
and
They're
everything.
desperate. It's a sign of desperation. Do you understand desperation?
Yes.
The almighty dollar talking. All right. Very good. All right, I'm done with the discussion now.
You can have a serious conversation with John looking at you.
Wow.
What is it he does?
No, I'm worn out from this. I'm worn out from
Where
it.
he squinches his eyes.
He has a twitch. He gets very nervous. See, that's funny. That's why people are always laughing at you. He thinks it's because it's funny.
Is that thinking? What is that?
It's a twitch. Shut up.
Now, that's funny.
That's funny. Now you're being real. Look, I'm not saying that you're any different than Gary, Jackie, Tom, any of these people. Jackie came to me and had a specific desire to sell this stuff as a way of payment, and he is my writer, so that is what I have worked out with him. Well, listen, I can't tell. All I can tell you is that you can't abuse my name. Listen, Jackie first got here, he even tried to abuse my name. He was in the paper every minute.
John thinks he's a writer, too.
Yeah. But we got him straightened out, now we're straightening you out.
You just got to remember, you know, when
And you know what? I'm a nice guy. Most guys would have just blown you out of here.
I'm not saying you're not a nice guy.
All right. I'm too nice a guy. That's why I didn't even want to break up the Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. Believe me, it was not easy for me. What?
I don't know. I just laugh. You know, you do everything to try it.
Even the
for
name
that
was
stuff
lame.
not to happen.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
then,
I could just see the ads, like Howard Stern.
Oh, you don't know.
And
You don't know. Yeah. Oh, there was. It was Howard Stern.
letters.
There were ads taken out in the newspaper. There was ads.
Why don't you add more fuel to the fire? I mean, we're about done with this.
No. It's not for you to decide if Ralph's doing fine.
All right. Hey, okay.
Big ads in the paper. Friends of the Howard Stern Show. It's even a lame name.
Do you think I had anything to do with...
Well, you have nothing to do with anything, John. You're a
No,
saint.
I'm not saying that.
You're always perfect.
I've been doing gigs for how many freaking years?
What is it, Gorillo?
Well, Ronnie called up and he wants to know if him and Neil could open up the Howard Stern Car Wash.
Yeah, why don't they just do that? Why don't they just put Howard Stern Car Wash? Why don't you and the guys open up a club called Howard Stern's? Why are you not allowed to do that? Well, why are you allowed to do the Howard Stern tour?
Howard, I've been playing for how many years now? I just because Gary was gonna up here with me. I mean,
no. It wasn't Gary just up there with you. You don't know what I busted up. Oh, you do know what I busted.
No. I know you busted up with
the Howard Stern name. Yeah.
No, I know that. But I mean, Fred,
it was a regular circus. So Elephant Boy is in Atlantic City with these guys. Gary calls him up on stage and goes, "Hey, Elephant Boy, say something." And Elephant Boy was like, "I don't want to say anything," and no one was laughing. It was really sad. So there's Gary just turning off more of my audience to some of my, using up Elephant Boy. Gary's decided that Elephant Boy and him should be doing shtick.
Yeah. Say something.
Yeah, say something funny. That shows a lot of planning. What kind of planning is that in my name? My audience should not be ripped off. If someone's going to rip off my audience, let it be me. Thank you.
Ron Delsner found the weak link in the chain.
Oh, yeah, he sure found them. He hooked in beautifully. All right, I'm done. I'm exhausted. You can see I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted from all of this nonsense. Well, listen, I'm a lot nicer guy than most. Most guys just would have gotten rid of you, and they wouldn't have had a day of mental exhaustion. I must be a glutton for punishment. Thank you. Thank you. You can leave now.
I can leave.
You can go. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. See if you can get some T-shirts made with my name on it. You know why I like Billy West and Fred, and Robin, and Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph doesn't do anything.
People say, "Why do you like Ralph?" He's a homo. He's stupid. He's this. He's that. Hey, I don't have these discussions with him. All right, Ralph, you can leave as well. Thank you. Thanks. All right. Okay. I got to take a break. And,
Want to leave first, Jackie?
Go out of here. This does not bother me.
It doesn't bother him.
I've done it before, and I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. You can fire me, you can fire Baba Booey, you can fire Stuttering John.
That's it, the Defiant Jackie. Do whatever you want.
Not Defiant, I'm just doing what I've always done.
Just go out to Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. Do whatever you have to do.
I never even heard that name. I heard the crew from the Howard Stern Show, and it got kiboshed.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway.
Is that wrong?
What, the crew from the Howard Stern Show? Absolutely wrong. Absolutely
I
wrong.
swear to you, until you said the friends from the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. Leave the Howard Stern alone. Jackie Martling wants to go make appearances. Jackie wants to sell cups. I have no problem. Jackie and I have never had a problem.
Well,
not over stuff like this.
It's true.
All of a sudden, the crew from the Howard Stern Show. And John, we've got book proposals floating all over town. and I don't know, all kinds of things. Conan, he goes on Conan O'Brien, he's playing tapes of material from my shows. Burning it out on Conan. I don't want to be on Conan. I don't want to be on Conan. Why am I on Conan? I hate Conan.
Get him back in here.
Why is my tapes being used on Conan? He goes, I didn't use them. Someone else had them.
I don't know.
He never knows.
Never knows. Someone else. Frank Smiley had them.
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know? The first time you didn't know. What about the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth time?
I didn't know.
But he's innocent of every charge. I'm taking it all the wrong way. All right. Very good. Very good. Everyone is innocent. Baba Booey is innocent. Howard, if I had known, I never would have done it.
I'll plead ignorance.
Yeah.
That's what he
This
said.
is my producer, and he's taking phone calls from people and channeling them into some subterfuge against me. All right, look, this is crazy. I gotta take a break. I gotta cool down. I have a nice sip of water. I'm gonna eat this banana here.
And maybe you'll interview OJ.
I'm gonna interview OJ next. I'm gonna talk to OJ. That's right. I'm gonna get back to what I do, my comedy. All right, right after these words. Dallas, you're on the air.
Hey, I gotta let you know what's going on down here in Dallas.
Go ahead.
This Gary thing going on. They're not even billing it as the Gary Show. They're billing it as a Howard Stern event.
Yeah, I mean, that's what goes on around my life. Who's billing it? On the radio station?
Yeah, the radio station. They're playing spots for it 20 times a day.
I would like that spot played for me.
I wish I had it recorded for you.
John, call the producer of the station in Dallas and have him play the spot for me over the phone live on the air.
There's no way they can cancel this now because they're billing it like crazy.
Well, they're going to cancel it because Gary's sick. I don't want to see him running off to Dallas.
Gary can't be there.
They've got a Howard Stern look-alike contest, everything.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Gary told me about that. That's all right.
Well, they even got cracks on you. They're saying, well, if you got a big nose.
Oh, do they? Isn't that great? You know what? It's amazing. The Dallas radio station will spend all kinds of money to get this show on the air, to sacrifice a lot of advertisers until the new advertisers came in. I mean, they spent a lot of money in terms of what they gave up. And then they'll go ahead and just do everything stupid in the book to lose whatever audience we have. We're now up to number 2. I think we're about to take over the market.
Yeah.
But because Donna Fidel has the brain the size of a pea, who is the general manager there, what is it?
We got the...
You got him on?
Yeah.
Here. Hey, dude, I'm going to hang up on you so I can hear the spot.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Can you put a pair of headphones up to the
phone?
Do you know how to do this?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, play it for me.
Okay, hang on just a second. This is the one that Gary did.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hang on.
There's several.
Hey, Dallas, Fort Worth, the Howard Stern Show has been on the air for 2.5 years, and it's time you meet the real Baba Booey. That's me, Gary Delabate. I'll be at the Bone this Friday night with the Eagle and Cindy Skull at 9 p.m. to meet all of you Howard Stern fans. Now, the Bone features the Blues Tuesday through Thursday and live DJs on Friday and Saturday. Coming St. Patrick's Day is the Bone Street Party. But this Friday night, come out to meet me, the real Baba Booey. I'm in town to lead the Eagle procession in the Greenville Avenue St. Patrick's Day.
I have no problem with this.
So this Friday, bring your copy of Private Parts for me to sign. Come early and get a great seat, because I'll be at the Bone Friday night to meet all fans from the Howard Stern Show. Dallas, this is your chance. Join the Eagle with Cindy Skull and me.
There's no problem with that. Play me the good one.
Friday night, beginning at 9 p.m. at the Bone. The Bone on Elm at Crab Dust in Deep Ellum.
Hey, can you play me the one that we're talking about?
That's it.
That's the only one they're running?
I think there might be a promo for it.
Can I hear the promo, please?
That Gary did. Yeah, hang on just
Thank
a
you.
second. Let me find it.
Thank you. I got a feeling that this guy is not playing me
The good one.
the good one.
Okay, you ready for it?
Play me the one that caller was talking about.
This is the other promo that we're running with Gary also.
All right, go ahead.
Here goes.
Hey, it's Baba Booey, Boy Gary from the Howard Stern Show, letting you know that I'm coming to Dallas. I will be the Grand Marshal of the 16th Annual Greenville Avenue St. Patrick's Day Parade on Saturday, March 11th. I will award the best Howard Stern lookalike with 10 hot concert tickets, including tickets to see Van Halen. All Howard lookalikes will march in the parade with me, Baba Booey. I will choose the winner at the parade party. It's all brought to you by Coors Light.
This isn't the one.
Red, the official
I bet you there's another one. They're hiding from me.
71, the Eagle.
Hey, you groovy guys and groovy girls, if you want to be in the parade, just call the Eagle, 869-9700. Ask for Cindy Coyle. She'll get you taken care of. Otherwise, we'll see you Saturday morning on Greenville Avenue for the big parade with Baba Booey and 97.1 the Eagle.
There's got to be another one.
What's wrong with that?
Matt, the guy said there's another one where they talk about the Howard Stern Big Nose.
The Big Nose? Actually, that one stopped running yesterday.
No, let me hear that one.
I don't think it's still in the studio. I think that one's been replaced.
Yeah, don't jerk me around. Come on.
No, it was the same promo with Gary, except we had our promotion director on there. So
yeah, let me hear that one.
Like Howard, give me a call.
Yeah, let me hear that one.
I don't.
That's so. I just sat through this one to hear all the ones that I don't want to hear.
Right. Well, that one, the one.
No. Play me the one that ran yesterday. It's still in there.
No, it replaced it. It's got the same number. It's gone.
It's there.
I'll look for it. Hang on.
Is there one that Gary doesn't voice? Everybody's calling. There's one.
Yeah, there's one that Gary doesn't voice.
Where Gary's not on it at all.
Yeah.
Right.
That might be another parade promo. Hang on.
No, it's not a parade.
You're playing it during the show.
Well, that's the only thing that we have for it is the parade, and the one for the.
There's no promo where Gary isn't on it.
What they say it said, Howard? I wasn't.
What?
What they say it said?
Here you go. Here's the next promo for the Bone. This might be it.
Okay. Thank you.
Here you go.
Go ahead. This is it.
I'm gonna sing this promo. Dude, you sing it, man. Should I sing falsetto like the Bee Gees? Do it. If you want too much, you may be sounds like church.
We want you to come to the Bone and Deep Ellum Friday night for the Howard Stern Lookalike Contest. If you want to march in the Greenville Avenue St. Patrick's Day Parade Saturday with the Eagle. You get to anyway, but we just want to see if you look like Howard Stern for the hell of it. It's going to be one hellacious party with Cindy Stoll and Gary Baba Booey Delabate from the Howard Stern Show.
No, man, do it like Paul 97 will the Eagle Turner voice guy. Go ahead. Greenville, Friday, Baba Booey and the Howard Stern Lookalike Contest. The Bone on Ellis Stratus in Deep Ellum Friday night with Baba Booey and 97.1 the Eagle.
Say 97 like Paul, then say Eagle like Russ Martin.
97.1
Eagle.
Those are it.
Well, that's a bad promo, but it doesn't say anything bad about you, Howard.
Notice.
What?
Just the Bone commercial, maybe.
Yeah, great.
That's it.
Why is the Bone doing a commercial with my name in it? Why does my name have to be in the Bone commercial? Why? Why does my name have to be in there? I can't teach people how to do radio anymore. I gotta retire in November. I guess the DJ ad-libs the Big Nose thing live.
No, that was a different promo that, like I said, we were running yesterday.
Oh, you still don't have yesterday's?
No, we don't have it in here.
You gotta get it for me. It's gotta be in there.
I got to be honest with you, Howard. I don't have it.
Oh, it's there
the one
somewhere.
With Gary, the second one that I played for you with Gary, replaced that one.
Oh, you got to get that one.
Yeah, so
it exists on tape somewhere. I'm not hanging up till they find it.
Spotmaster.
Oh, it's there. Oh.
You know what he's talking about, right?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he does. Yeah. He's being wise guy with me. He's playing me all the other ones.
It was the second Gary promo, but it was with our promotion.
Yeah, he's great, that guy. He should go very far in the business. I got to get out. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
What would you do if you were me? Would you take a gun and shoot yourself in the head, or would you just go off somewhere and try to live with it all?
Well,
because I'm tired. I've had it. Howard Stern. Why is my name in a Bone commercial? Why am I allowing the Bone to market my name? What am I getting for it? Why am I... The only thing I'm getting is aggravation. I don't even want to be paid. I don't want any money. I just want my name out of the commercial. I want Donna Fidel to suddenly grow brains in her head. What's the name of the general manager? Is that Donna Fidel?
Yeah, Donna Fidel.
She's got to get brains. She's got to get the panties off her head and start thinking. She's got to think clearly. She's got a product. You know, in a magazine, a radio station is like a magazine. You sell advertising, you have an image, you project an image. You got to think about what you're projecting. I'm your morning man. You could teach her. You sound smarter than her.
I don't know what to say, Howard.
You're a smart guy. Why don't they make you the general manager?
I wish they would.
I wish they would, too. Thank you. Find the promo for me. Come on. You know where it is.
I swear, Howard, I have no idea where it is.
Swear on Jesus Christ's name?
I swear on Jesus Christ's name. I have no idea. The promo...
You're a Christian?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, second Gary promo I played for you. Replace the one with the big nose thing.
All right, give me the big nose thing and play it for me. Call me back.
All right.
Thank you. People will want to watch me have a nervous breakdown. They enjoy that. They like to see me suffer. I gotta get out. I gotta get out. I gotta get outdoors. I'm moving. You're gonna see, Robin. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna miss you. I love you, but I'm gonna miss you.
Well, tell me where you are. I'll come visit you.
I don't know. It might remind me of this day.
See, I'll bring back all the bad
You'll bring back the bad memories. And Fred, hey, buddy, God knows what you'll do, but goodbye.
Okay, man. I understand.
Fred following you.
Maybe Robin will take you on.
Look behind you, Fred will be there.
I know I'm going to pull up in the moving van, and Fred's going to come filing out of there.
Grand Cherokee will be right behind you.
I got Cato Norris for life. Cato. All right, Cato, you go in the pool house. All right, very good. God bless you and your wife. Hope everything works out. Poor Baba Booey. He'll be working on ice cream truck. I got to hear that promo. I want to hear it. I demand to hear it. I want to hear the commercial for the bone. The bone. Why I am used this. Why I am abused. Because of this Baba Booey. If he would sit home, I would never be abused again. I know what he's going to say to me. Well, the ones I did didn't say that. Again, I was a nice guy. He came to me. Boss, they want to have a Howard Stern lookalike contest. And I should have said no. But I said, all right, you know, I didn't want to kill it. Because Gary has nothing to do when he goes on these appearances. And imagine this is going on in every place that Baba Booey appears.
Why can't he do what other people do at these appearances, which is give away the station bumper stickers?
Right.
And T-shirts.
Well, David Letterman, if Larry Bud Melman goes out, he doesn't do David Letterman lookalike contest. Go out and be Baba Booey, whatever that is.
You're just there to greet.
Kill me. Why don't these guys... John, come in here and rape me. Come on. Come on. I got my pants down again. I swear I'm pulling them down. Here's my butt and everything. Right there. I'm naked as a jaybird, pal. Get some lube and let's go. No lube.
Get me.
No, I don't even want lube. I don't even want the lube. I want it to hurt.
Make it hurt.
Make it hurt. Come on. Come on. It's right here, Robin. You can see it.
I want the pain.
I want it. It's waiting. Look out. Rape me.
I would love to.
Not you, O.J.
O.J. stepping up to the plate.
Gary's not here to rape me. I was hoping John would do it.
He knows I do it.
Yeah, you will do it.
He's not calling you out.
John, my cheeks are apart. Come here. Here, apart. Everything is ready for you. Come on.
It's your turn.
Come on, do it to me. Come on.
Why me?
Do it to me. Because Gary's not here. You do it. You're good at raping
come on.
me.
What am I going to do with that?
Come on. You know what to do. Come on.
Disgusting.
Do it. It's the size of a
What do you want me to do?
Of a watermelon. Take it.
What should I do?
Just you know how to rape a man. Rape me. Get away from me, you little animal.
He's going to do it.
Just call him. Come on and rape me.
What did you do, John? You say you were
do it like a prison rape. Use a broom.
No, I just called Brad. I said, get the free, because there's a commercial that Gary's not on that we're talking about.
They know what they're talking about.
He says he doesn't have it.
Oh, he has it. Get it, Brad.
If any of the listeners have it, just call.
Yeah, if a listener has it or has taped it, please. It's ridiculous. Tell Brad. You call Brad back and tell him to get it. Yeah, you just tell him to do it.
All right.
At least let me get some humor out of this.
All right.
Where's Donna Fidel?
Yeah, call Donna Fidel. Hello, Howard. That Dallas accent. I hate it. Hi, Howard. How you doing, honey? We're just so happy that the show's doing well.
Help us.
Help us.
Howard, help us.
First of all, talk like an American. Howard, you gotta help us. down here. You know, you're new to the market.
If you could start talking about Dallas more, it would help us.
Yeah, you know, really, if you could familiarize yourself with the map of Dallas. I said, Donna, get a life. More insincere than a Chinese redhead, Donna Fidel. All right.
Oh, Howard, we love you.
Howard, you know what? We're going to help you. I'm going to appear in my bra and panties in front of everybody. Howard, you know, Dallas is a lot different than your other markets. We're going to need a Howard Stern T-shirt or something, honey child. You. All right. Let me take a break. Let's do a little news. Relax. Give Dallas time to go find that spot. I want that spot on my air. I want to hear my big nose spot. Right after this. That Donna boy, she throws money out. She might as well take... I met the owner of the station in Dallas. She might as well take his money and put it in the garbage.
Burn it.
Burn it. Just burn it. I'm fighting Donna Fidel. The other stations are no problem. It's Donna Fidel I have the problem with. She has no clue. She's brainless. No more mentions of my name on that station unless I approve it. You see why I'm a control freak?
Yeah.
Because we work with freaks, so I have to control them. Thank you. It's not funny. Donna, I forget the owner's name. This young guy.
Yeah, we met him. I can't remember.
Yeah, his dad gave him the money. Guy's got a lot of money from his father. And Donna Fidel, Donna, why don't you put his bank balance on the screen, hit delete, and erase all the guy's money? Why don't you just do it? Guy's a nice guy. Hey, Howard, I don't know much about it, but you do what you got to do, and Donna here will help you locally from Dallas. No. I'll do what I have to do, and Donna will hurt me.
From Dallas.
Yeah, she's worthless. She's stupider than Tom, I think.
Now, is that possible?
I don't know if that's possible. Tom is really the dumbest guy I ever met. Gorgeous looking guy, but dumb as a wall. But Donna, you should marry Tom and have nitwit children. A whole little house of nitwits running around.
Cute
little nitwits. Gorgeous people. Gorgeous empty-handed people. A race of Cindy Crawford. Big moles. 21. These kids will be 21 years old and going into the 3rd grade. I guarantee you. Donna Fidel and Tom Chiasano made it.
How do we get to the bus stop?
Yeah. Be like the end of the Forrest Gump movie.
I'll be right here.
When you return. Oh, boy. Oofa. Oofa. We'll be back right after these words. Okay. Quickly, Robin, here's the guy on the phone from Dallas to play me the commercial. You there? Hey, what's your name, by the way?
My name's Arthur.
Oh, hi, Arthur.
How you doing?
This is the guy in Dallas who produces our show.
Yes. Howard, I got to tell you, I moved away from New York about 6 months ago, and I got here, and man, these guys just really, it's amazing you guys are as high in the ratings as you are. Actually, it's not, because despite all of what they do,
that's right,
you still rise to the top.
I rose to the top.
These guys, you know all the little sound bites that you do,
where
where
you better watch yourself.
Sakai says, "Oh my."
Hey, you better watch yourself. They're going to fire you.
No, I don't work there.
Oh.
No, I don't work here. I don't work at the radio station. I have another job.
Oh, what do you do?
No, I draw comic books for a living.
Oh, so what are you doing? You're producing our show?
No. I'm just sitting here and I record your show. You know, for whenever I go on driving trips or something like that, I have
I thought you were the guy from the radio station.
Screw him, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
No.
I was going to say, so what do they do? What do they do with my...
awfully free.
Yeah, I was going to say, this guy, I was going to actually bleep him just to save his own job.
No, to hell with my job.
Okay.
They're on the station.
Oh,
and
man.
that son of a bitch station manager. No.
Yeah, go ahead. So what are they doing?
You know little sound bites, where Jackie laughs?
Yeah.
Or where George Takei goes, "Oh my."
Yeah.
Things like that. Okay, all of a sudden, they'll use them in their afternoon shows.
Yeah, I mean,
and their evening shows.
See, this is why I'm gonna go down there and pull an OJ on them. You got to report to me what's going on in these other markets.
You didn't know that.
Well, I got to tell you something too.
You know what? This is such stupidity because I don't have time to sit and talk to each general manager. You can't burn out the show like that. You can't take our stuff and put it on other shows.
Yeah, and you know what?
Why can't other shows come up with other stuff? Why do they have to use what I do?
This show all day now.
I do not want... Get me... John, call Donna Fidel in Dallas. I want to talk to this nitwit.
Howard?
Why don't our Dallas competitors snip the wires to the radio station? You want the answer? They don't have to.
You thank them.
They don't have to. I would thank them. I told Donna this 900 friggin' times through my agent. You are not to take elements of the show and use them other day parts. You're not to take any... Let me hear the promo.
Okay, all right. And then I got to tell you what's going on behind the scenes of your show, too.
Go ahead. Let me just hear this.
Okay, here we go.
Resemble Howard Stern. You know, you got the big poodle dude working. I mean, does your nose take up like half your face? Or are you just tall and all bones and knees? Man, you're ugly. But you look like Howard Stern, and we want you to come to the Bone this Friday night for the Howard Stern Look-alike contest.
This is your friend.
Gary is not to go down to the Bone this Saturday night.
He's going to judge all you guys.
I mean, what is this? This is my own station.
16th Annual Greenville Avenue, St. Patty's Day.
This is what they're playing on their radio station.
So, get your ugly butt down to the Bone this Friday night.
Get your ugly butt.
You're invited, too, because this is also a parade warm-up party. Cindy Skoll's going to be there from 9 to 11. She's got green beer, Eagle prizes, and Baba Booey will be hanging out to talk with you guys. So,
hanging out to talk with you guys.
We want to see you this Friday night at the
It's a competition. If they ran a spot like this.
You resemble that ugly dude known as Howard Stern. Look at the bright side. You could look like Russ Martin.
This is some radio station we work for in Dallas.
Hey.
I got to get off that station.
Well, no, make sure you have another station to get onto first before you get off. Because
I just got to get away from them. This Donna Fidel is such a loser. You know how many times I've lectured Donna Fidel to keep my name off everything? How many times have I got to deal with nitwit general managers who want to... This is a person who... They're ruining me. I gotta get... Would somebody help me?
I have listened to you for over 8.5 years, Howard. I think that I could produce your show down here easily, and here's how I do it.
You know what I tell...
push the button that puts your show on, and I leave it alone.
I tell the general managers there, just run the show. Don't try to be funny about the show. Don't run promos about the show. And, you know, I'm stupid again. That effing Gary Delabate comes to me and tells me he's going down to Dallas to do an appearance. And, Wolf, you know, there's a Howard Stern contest. Do you care? I told him, call my agent, Don Buchwald, and ask him every question about what you want to do. Don't ask me anymore. He asked me, and in a moment of weakness, I said yes because I felt bad for him. I'm tired of feeling bad for this guy. Get me Gary on the phone. I don't care if he's sick. He can throw up for all I care. John, get me Gary on the phone. Get me Donna Fidel on the phone. Get me my agent on the phone. Get me everyone on my phone.
Hey, Howard.
This Gary Baba Booey is killing me, and this radio station's killing me.
Remember Monday morning when you brought everyone in and you fried their balls on the air for Atlantic City?
Yeah.
That's when I recorded this thing. That's when I called your show to say, hey, you know, because I got a hold of someone, and I said, I got this thing, played it for them 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'll tell Gary.
Who did you speak to?
Well, here's what I did, is I said, well, wait a minute, is this John? And he says, yeah.
Oh, that's my stuttering John.
No. Hold on.
Who is it?
Today I call up again because, you know, I'm an hour behind you, so I hear you ranting and raving about an hour ago. Like, give me a damn tape. So what happens is I call up again, and I thought I'd take one more shot. I actually get John online. I think I talked to Gorilla, and then he said, oh, hold on, let me get John. And then John gets on the line, and I said, well, wait a minute, I played this for you 2 days ago, man. And he says, hell no. You kidding? This would have frayed Gary's nuts.
Who's on the phone?
I would have been glad to put this on.
And I'm working on Donna.
Yeah, so someone...
Hey, Gary, you hear any of the show today?
A little bit.
You hear how I'm being tortured because of you again?
Yes, I heard you were getting raped and everything.
You're raping me, you're killing me, you
know, Howard,
you can't be sick enough for me.
All I can tell you...
Stay away, I won't have any more anything.
Well, all I can tell you is I asked you...
I know you did. Gary, I'm going to tell you again, I don't want you ever to ask me another question again. Call my agent.
All the time.
No, call him. And if you can't get an answer from either one of us, don't do it.
Your agent said don't ask him all the time. He said to ask you.
No, don't ask me.
But I'm only doing what I'm told.
Listen, Gary, I don't care what he told you. Now I'm telling you. Don't ask me anymore. I say don't do anything.
Okay.
Don't do anything. It only drags my name through the mud.
Well, I didn't
Some idiotic club called The Bone is running a Howard Stern lookalike contest, and all I know is my name is all over The Bone. I don't know The Bone. I don't own The Bone. The Bone can eat me.
I did not know they were going to do that.
Yeah, you never know, but I don't want you encumbering me anymore. You never know. You never know Ron Delsner's involved. You never know that the Friends of the Howard Stern is going on. I'm always the last to know. Do me a favor. Stop all appearances. Period.
Okay.
End it. End it. Don't go to the bone. You're sick, right?
Yeah.
Call them and tell them you're sick.
Well, you're telling
Tell them to
now.
get someone else.
You're telling them now.
Do me a favor. Stay home. Rest up. So the reason you're sick is because you're busy in Atlantic City staying up all night.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, no, that couldn't be it. The lack of sleep couldn't have gotten you
I was
sick.
explaining to John how anytime I get sick, it's either anything I did a week before or I'm not allowed to do anything a week
Gary,
after.
you went on to Atlantic City for the weekend. You and Ross and all the guys hung out all night. You partied yourself silly.
Right, and
now you're sick.
I never stayed up late on a weekend night.
I don't know, but you're sick. You're sick from it.
Yeah, in the meantime, this bug isn't going all around the station. What Ganji did...
I don't know. I don't know what Ganji does, but I know what you do. I know you'll be healthy for Dallas.
Yeah,
Screw Dallas.
Recuperate.
Yeah, you'll be recuperated just in time to go to Dallas and get sick again.
Well, I can't go. I'm too sick to go.
Good. Whenever you're sick, I wind up sick. Let's get Donna Fidel in on the party.
Howard, for the first couple of months
Yeah.
that I was here in Dallas, these guys would end your show like about 9:45.
I know all about that. I had that out with Donna as well. Donna, you there, darling?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you, baby?
Pardon me?
First of all, I hate your accent.
Well, that's all right.
And I got to tell you
You
something.
hate everything, Howard. What don't you hate?
No, let me tell you something. I'll tell you what I hate.
All right.
I hate what to
Tell
me.
me what you don't hate.
Let me ask you something. You consider yourself bright?
Sure I do.
Why are you killing me? Why do you hate me?
I love you.
Why would you run a promo all God knows how long? Howard Stern, The Bone. How much money did The Bone pay you that you have to sell my name out
Well, you
and
have,
whore my name out?
You have been doing commercials for The Bone for a long time.
I don't mind doing commercials for The Bone. I do live commercials for The Bone. I'm a team player. I certainly try to help. But I don't know that The Bone has certainly earned the right to sit there and ridicule me and my nose and my bony legs.
I'm not ridiculing you.
Oh, you are.
Howard Stern look-alike contest.
Yeah, calling him an ugly dude.
No way.
No way. Play it for her. Do you listen to the show?
Donna, I'm embarrassed by that commercial.
Donna, you fail to see anything.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. I haven't even heard it.
Donna, Donna, do me a favor. Here's the rule.
Right.
Stop playing my sound effects through the rest of the day. Stop playing Jackie's laugh on the rest of the station the rest of the day. Keep this show pure. It's going to serve you well. The more you take funny stuff and make it unfunny, you're going to kill me.
Gee, Howard, I thought that was your suggestion a long time ago. That we run Howard during the day, incorporate it with the rest of the station.
Oh, now you're lying, Donna.
Don't I remember?
No, now you're lying. I said run Jackie's laugh and run all of my bits.
I don't know about Jackie's laugh.
No, Donna, let's say I said it. Donna, I take full responsibility.
I'm not going to argue with you.
No.
Okay, you're right.
Of course, we've never said this to you. Do me a favor. Here's what I want. I want my show to air in the morning. I'm going to say this again for the 9 billionth time. I want my show to air in the morning.
It does air in the morning.
I don't want The Bone talking about what I look like. I don't want any of the sponsors acknowledging me in their commercials. I don't want them saying Howard Stern. I don't want my name mentioned in any of the commercials.
Okay.
If you want to say Howard Stern all morning, classic rock the rest of the day, or whatever it is we're doing, pure rock all day, that's fine. That's the only thing. Jackie's laugh.
I just can't stop advertisers from revering you, but I will stop them from advertising you. How about that?
No, you can stop them from using my name. Why does The Bone...
Howard Stern look-alike contest there. It's a little hard not to use your name.
No, do me a favor. I sent Gary down there. He needed, the way it was presented to me, he needed a piece of business to do down there. They want to have a little Howard Stern look-alike contest. I didn't know you were going to be doing, if you look ugly like Howard Stern, get down here.
It doesn't say if you look ugly.
Play her the commercial.
I played the tape for Howard not 5 minutes ago.
Play the tape for her. She doesn't hear it.
Fine. Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about our promo. I haven't heard the spot. All right.
Hey, sweetheart, this thing played here like days and days.
She wants, you know what, Donna? That is one of your listeners.
I am one of your faithful listeners, and the only reason I'm faithful to you is because Howard is on the show. If Howard jumps to all CB radio, I'm going.
Okay, that's fine.
Donna.
Then you're not exactly a faithful listener, are you?
To the Howard Stern show, and I keep you guys on for the rest of the day out of courtesy.
Oh, thank you.
Which I think most people do.
And I'm happy. I would like the station to do well. I would like our show to do well. But Donna, you are taking the show. Why don't you just take the owner's money and throw it in the garbage? I mean, why would you want to? Why at the competition?
The show is doing very well.
Howard, you got to give her credit, Howard, because the thing is, your show is great, and the music that they play is great. It's just that when they speak, when they actually open their mouth and try to be funny.
If the competition ran a spot like that, we'd be furious.
Okay.
It's just craziness. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Thank you.
I have not heard the spot.
Do you want her to hear the spot?
No, I can hear it.
You got to understand something. It's been a particularly grueling week for me of people raping me, my own staff behind my back.
All right. Well,
And this is just one more thing with and it's always revolving around Baba Booey's appearances. If I don't do any appearances, I'm happy. I don't care if Baba Booey. I need a producer, not an appearance guy.
Actually, you make Baba Booey look bad by doing that too. Even you know.
Baba Booey. When you make your appearances, no more Howard Stern. Anything. Just go be Baba Booey, whatever that is. If you need something to do, sign something.
Okay, so what else do you want me to do besides take the spot off the air and the promos off the air?
Oh, the promos evidently.
Take the Stern moment. You want to take the Stern moments off the air too?
Yes, whatever that is, take it off.
They are so highly requested, but if you want them off, Howard.
What is a Stern moment?
Stern moment, Howard, is when they basically just play like about a 2 or 3 minute clip.
2 or 3 minutes.
A portion of your show.
Hello, who is that? Where's Baba Booey? Did he hang up on me?
Somebody did.
Yeah, Baba Booey.
It was Baba Booey that hung up.
Baba Booey hung up.
Where did he have to go?
He probably had a puke.
Maybe he had the trots.
He had the trots. No, here's what I want, Donna.
All right.
You know what normal promotion is. If you want to do a promo that says, here's what you missed on the Howard Stern show, I understand that, and you understand the difference.
And that's what we're doing.
I don't want the afternoon show or the night guy taking my sound effects like, oh my, and Jackie's laugh, and whatever else I use. I don't want them incorporating it into their program.
Okay.
Because people get sick of it. And if it's done in an unfunny way that I can't control, people then don't think it's funny. I want to preserve the integrity.
Is this listener that called? I'm sorry I wasn't listening. Is this listener who called complaining that we do that?
Yes.
I tell you what I'm complaining about. I'm complaining that you guys use Howard's material after Howard's show, and it's just you guys sit there just do it over and over again, and you act like Howard, and it's just incessant.
No, not the Stern moment. He's talking about taking a sound effect.
Jackie laughs.
You know when Jackie laughs?
Play it, okay, it's like, someone got molested as a child, or someone died in a car wreck, and then they play Jackie's laugh. Make Jackie out look like Hitler.
Yeah.
Well, you guys use that all the time.
Yeah, and the thing is, it ceases to be funny, and then it becomes a boring element on our show. Do you understand that?
Okay, it's gone.
All right, but Donna, do you understand it?
Yes, I do understand.
Yeah, you understand why I'm upset. I'm doing this because I want our show to be successful. The afternoon guys that you hire, let me just say something to you. As a general manager, you should be offended by your afternoon guys if they can't think up stuff on their own. They've got to be their own entity. You can't, it's like playing a record too many times.
Well, I think this whole thing is blown a little bit out of proportion.
Sure it is.
Place, our afternoon guy.
Only because you resisted.
I beg your pardon?
Only because you resisted does it get it blown so far out of proportion.
No, it's not your career. Donna, long after you're retired, I got to have a career, and I am worried about it.
Okay.
I'm teaching you important concepts. I know every general manager knows everything, but I am teaching you...
No, that is not true, and I've called you several times about different things, and I respect the fact that you know about your show, but I can tell you that typically, the more often we play Howard Stern, the more people we're pleasing, and I think that there's lots...
No, there's a difference between playing Howard Stern and taking sound effects from the show and using them throughout the entire day. It becomes old and tired, and if it's not done in a funny way, maybe it's being done in a funny way, it becomes something that you just can't get exclusively in the morning.
Okay, Howard.
All right. And secondly, listen to the commercial that you're running on my show beforehand.
All right, I will.
If the commercial is going to sit there and ridicule me, I'm certainly the first one to point out how hideous I look, but it's different when I'm pointing it out. I don't need the bone guy pointing out what I look like.
Well,
I didn't ask him to do that for me. I don't need him doing comedy about me in the morning. I'll do the comedy.
Okay.
He can do the advertising.
All right, I haven't heard the commercial. I will.
Please listen to it. I'm going nuts here.
I don't want anybody maligning any part about you.
Of course not. Of course not. I'm your goose that laid the golden egg.
I know.
That's all.
Howard, you know what the status?
I'm milking it for all I can get.
We're on the same team. We're on the same team, Donna. You don't work for the competition. You've never received a check from the competition.
No.
Howard, you know what the saddest part is? They assume they know what you're doing.
Nor have you.
I am a team player.
You know, I love my listeners, but this one's really starting to piss me off.
No, this guy's right. This guy's doing his job. This is what more people
You can hire this guy.
This is a guy who monitors your station. He could tell you what's going on.
Okay.
Don't be angry at this guy.
Why are you angry at me?
I thought you liked us.
Ma'am, hey, ma'am.
No. He likes you.
Call me and tell me these things.
Wait a minute. Your name is Donna, ma'am? Is that what your name is?
Yes, Donna.
Okay, Donna, let me explain something to you. When you sit there and the real bad part is you make assumptions, you don't clear it with the Howard Stern show, and then when you play the stuff, it really comes across horribly bad, and here's the real bad part, I think, is that you're not able to make the determination that it is bad.
Right.
You put it out, and you go, oh, that's really great and wonderful, and it's horrible.
I'm going to have you hook up with this guy, Donna, and he's going to call you once a week. Would you like that?
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
She would love that.
Possible at all that you're the only one who feels that way, Mr. Listener, that there may be a lot of other people out there
Donna, there you go again. It's very possible. I am telling you how I feel.
I'm talking to him.
And by him telling me...
Okay, I'll be glad to answer that. Basically, no, I don't think I'm the only one, because I've been listening to Howard for a long time. Just because I'm new to the Dallas area doesn't mean that, I listen to a show. If I look at NYPD Blue, and it's so wonderful and so great, and I love all the characters, if they do a rip-off show down the road somewhere, on another station or whatever, why do I want to watch it? I'd rather watch the real thing. I'd rather experience the real thing. And especially when these other guys are doing the same thing as if they were like beating you in the head with a baseball bat.
Goes beyond that. It's like if I had a radio
station, but I'm insulted at being having it be called rip-off, like we're ripping it off.
No, it's not a rip-off. Excuse me, sir.
I believe that we have a contract that gives us some privileges with Howard Stern. I think that we have that.
You do, but you do not...
another radio station ripping off Howard Stern.
No, but you got to understand something, Donna. Forget contracts. It's like if you have... You ever see Saturday Night Live? And remember when they come up with catchphrases? Their big catchphrase with...
you look marvelous.
Or you look marvelous.
Yeah.
Or David Letterman's been pelted with rocks and garbage.
Excuse me. You look marvelous was really a cool thing to say for a while, remember?
Yes.
And suddenly you begin to hear it everywhere. And it's beaten the afternoon. Imagine if You Look Marvelous was incorporated into every NBC show and you heard it day and night. Like Jackie's Laugh and it becomes, oh, that again? You understand? I'm trying to keep things fresh, trying to keep it on the edge.
All right. I don't want to argue. I'm not going to argue about it.
So you've got to understand. It's not an argument. It can't be an argument. You have to understand
I
it.
do understand.
And you haven't had the advantage of being around me. Like Tom Chiasano, who's around me every day. Even with him, I preach to him every day. And even him, after 10 years, he has problems getting it. I am a visionary.
He's not getting more intelligent from being around you?
I am the smartest guy in radio. I know that because I know that you don't burn things out. I'm the only one who knows this.
Okay.
And because his business is so great and he brings in such great capital for you guys, it makes you guys close to number one. If not number one this week, then it's going to be next week.
And let me tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something about Donna. Donna's doing a fine job. She's bringing a lot of advertisers to the show. She's running an entire station. There's nothing wrong with Donna. But these are the things that we have to...
Do you think these aren't Donna's decisions? Does she know? She doesn't seem to even know that this is going on.
She knows what's going on.
Well, she should know that you got to protect your property.
But she doesn't understand how important it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is my intellectual property.
Okay, I do now.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry about the bone. The bone I did not know about. I have not heard it. I apologize for that.
They haven't played it for the last couple of days because someone complained, I'm sure, and they took it off.
Yeah, somebody got it off quick, but it's been running for a couple of days there.
Okay, well, I was out. I had surgery, and I've been out, and I didn't listen 24 hours a day like I did.
So now you said surgery. Now, Donna, now you said surgery, now you make me feel bad.
Well, that's
not right.
That's good.
Oh. Nothing serious, I hope?
No.
What'd you do?
I'm fine.
I know it's not breast implants because you
God knows I don't need those, huh?
You have no, you do not, my darling. Those, you know what it is? If I could see you, I would be less harsh.
That's true. That is so true.
Would you have a goiter?
Nice to me in person, and then when you get me on the air, you drag on me. And I'm the biggest fan.
You hypnotize me with the. No, listen, you've got a lot to clean up over there. You know what? Donna, you're my personal emissary. You're going to be the watchdog for my show.
You're right. I am your personal emissary.
Right.
Well,
and Howard, if I ever go and identify myself with her, she's going to kick my ass up and down the line.
Well, she should. You're a big loudmouth. All right, thank you.
Coming to our parade this weekend.
No, I am going to go recover this week. I'm going to lock myself in a room high from Baba Booey and Stuttering John and Jackie and you.
You might win that hopeful contest.
Right. All right. I'm going to sign off with my bony knees and big nose. And my poodle hairdo.
How would they know about your knees?
Well,
I've never even seen your knees.
Listen to the commercial. Listen to the ad. You'll learn everything.
All right, dear.
Thank you, darling.
You have a great week.
You too, Donna. And enjoy. Those are the 3 words I want you to remember. Remember the 3 E's. Enjoy.
I got it.
Thank you. And thank you, sir.
I'll call you again in another 4 years, and hopefully everyone else has forgotten me.
Very good. Hey, call me whenever there's a problem.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
He's watching you, Donna.
I know.
He's on top of things. He knows how things should work.
What is his name, by the way?
Adolf.
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler.
So what is his name?
I do not know.
Oh, okay.
We will find out, though. Okay. Thank you, Donna.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let me just say something. I know you got something to say, but let me say something. Right now, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
This is how I spend every day of my life. Now you know why I'm going nuts. It's got nothing to do with our relationship working on the air. It's perfect. Everything's fine.
Yes, but where is the person? There is no one person in charge of making sure this syndication thing goes well.
I'm going to whisper to you the name of the person. I'm going to whisper you the name of the person who reads the rules to everybody. Papa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay.
Now I see why everything's a mess.
Now, in his defense, you can see she doesn't get what I was saying. She gets angry. Yeah, it's not, that I can't pin on him. It doesn't matter how many times you say it.
But never mind. Because I did suggest this once. Maybe the organization is not big enough to handle this kind of a situation yet, but there should be some
Point
person.
man. Kathy does do a lot with the copy.
But they are not traveling to the market and listening to the station, seeing what they're doing.
Well, we did set that up, actually. Andy was doing it for us for a while, but I think they stopped listening to him. Every station feels that they've got the right people in place who can handle this. There's a lot of resistance. Nobody wants Andy poking their nose in. And quite frankly, Andy gets lax with it.
They don't want the principal in the
he goes for 3 days, and then they don't want a principal in the classroom.
Right.
And plus, Andy, believe me, I don't know what Andy's. I think he's too close to the toxic waste in New Jersey. Another guy.
Because this is ridiculous.
Look, I tell you, this is why I'm telling you, if I spend my entire day on the phone lecturing, I know, you know what? Even our agent says to me, gotta let go sometimes, gotta let go.
That's why there's supposed to be somebody who has this for a job.
I can't let go. This is my problem. This is why I'm going to be at the shrink.
No. You could let go if somebody had it as a job, and the job was being done.
Because nobody's perfect as me.
Oh, I know that.
Right.
But at least there'd be one central person to yell at.
No wonder Oswald was so angry. No wonder he killed Kennedy. He lived in Dallas. I think he was working at the Eagle radio station where we work in Dallas. Let's do some news, for God's sake.
And that's what's happening.
I'm thinking back to L.A. where I had that picture of Patty Smythe on my table and my wallet on the table. And I'm like looking at it and going, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And my wallet won.
Oh, well.
All right. Hey, let's do some plugs. There's a lot of exciting things happening. The Friends of the Howard Stern Show will not be appearing. It's been canceled permanently.